I think you guys have seen this already, but you guys need this? You guys need a mayor worm? What I got for my worm. Anyways, good morning, everyone. Hi, 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 hi. Let me get a little bit of music. The gray tenderloin. True. True. Anyways, hi. Good morning, everyone. Let me get out of the way. You guys can enjoy the actual show. Look at him. Squirming. Look at him squirming. Hmm. One second. Does the toy work well? It works as well as any other cat toy. They like it for some period of time, and then they're bored of it for some period of time.
By the time we're the next pop, the fault shall be within you.
Okay. Wow. Sorry about the delay. I was setting up my fan. Oh, well, I hope you guys are having a good morning so far. It is Saturday. We have many a thing to get to. First and foremost, okay? First and foremost, really exciting stuff. By really exciting, I mean unbelievably awesome is PG&E donating $13 million to the Tom Steyer opposition and then him just donating that same amount of money to himself. He's like, "Oh, that's nice. Plus 13 million to my campaign." Yeah, just plus 13 million to my campaign. I'm sorry, Chad. You guys can't get me to hate billionaire class traders. If you're gonna break up the utilities, Tom Steyer, you have my vote. All right? Get fucking cash mocked, idiots, dumbasses, stupid moron. So want to get to that. And then why not setting up your flaw? Listen, all right. One thing at a time, okay? Wait, there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, thanks, African American. Thanks. Um, okay, and then poster is hung amazing. Wow, you haven't been here for the last couple streams. Damn, it's been up for a while. Damn, I actually hung it up like 2 days after I said I wasn't gonna hang it up for a year. But Governor Poles got me stressed, man. No, I believe. Did you see him tell Bezos off about taxing billionaires too? I did not. I think the poster took 4 streams. Yes. And then, did you guys see the lady who was arrested for saying that the drinking water in her city wasn't clean. And the police were like, yeah, see, that's not in acceptable free speech. Yeah, you can't say that the drinking water isn't clean. That's actually illegal to say that. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. And then also the fact that almost said Stephen Crowder, Stephen Colbert got taken off the air and Donald Trump is posting about it. It's like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Can you guys imagine if Biden did half the shit that Trump does? Like just for one moment. Can you guys imagine if if Biden uploaded a video of like him taking, I don't know, Jesse Waters off the air and throwing him in a trash can? Can you imagine the unbelievable shitstorm that would exist? Oh, okay. So we'll talk about that. And then, God, I wish. Do you remember Obama tan suit? And then I got some Nicki Minaj stuff to laugh about with you guys. And then, as a bit of variety for our shit Saturday, I do want to talk about the burnt peanut thing. I don't know how many of you guys missed it. AT&T um, had a I guess they decided to collab with like Burnt Peanut, and they made their AT&T logo and like the profile picture for the AT&T account the Burnt Peanut. Um, and then and then so many people were tweeting about how they don't like AT&T anymore, and they were like, oh, well, we'll just remove it. Well, we'll just remove it. Have you seen the hidden replies? Are they all like, is it porn or what is it? Is it just hate? Or is it like the penis peanut? Oh, it's just hate. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. They'll sponsor anyone but Hassan. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, check this out. Oh, didn't do it the second time. That felt weird to look at, chat. The way it went back in the tube was crazy. It was like I love your nails, thanks. They kind of look like shit right now, but that's okay. Everyone pretend like they don't. All right. You can, in fact, put the toothpaste back in the tube. All right. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that we were else in my title? Oh, and then if we have time, I want to watch the Sam Cedar interview with that one MAGA lady or the Maha lady or whatever. I think that would be entertaining as hell. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's goo. Or should I say let's goop? Just kidding, I would never fucking say that. I have to say, out of all the things to like Noah after stream, no, Noah Samson. I did in fact get Noah to confirm that we will be playing League of Legos tomorrow at 2 p.m. ES or PST. I wonder if he'll play Timo. Or I wonder if we'll just play ARAM. Ain't no way she's lying. Alright. What about it, you weird? Huh? What? I don't know what that means. I don't speak whatever language that is. Guys, have you guys ever had glickles and beans? And stream now. British people. British people naming foods. Where are the beans? What are you talking about? They're right there. Open image in new tab. Look, see? Beans. Beans. I'm gonna say I think it takes some skill to like squeeze those pickles in those glizzies, you know? I think that takes real skill. If you guys don't respect that, you guys are just kind of haters. Most American thing ever. This is British. It's simple geometry. Okay, Hanzo. All right. Guys. I installed Overwatch for the first time in like forever. And I just like we just lost to Hanzo. We just lost to a Hanzo getting double pocketed and I was like, this game sucks. And I closed it. I was like, this shit is ass, bro. I can't believe I used to play this game. And then I played Rivals the other day for the first time in like a month. And I was like, yo, this shit kind of slaps. Yo, this shit slaps. Actually. This shit go hard. Alright, anyways. Why is Denim showing us pickle docking? Because that's what this stream is about, okay? That's what the stream is about. The stream is about me telling you what textbook I'm reading, showing you cursed things, and then sometimes we talk about things that are sort of news. Alright. Who up docking they pickle? Who up? Alright. I don't have any context for this. I just hated this being on my feed, so now I have to show it to you guys.
Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm reporting live from Starbase, Texas. And we wanted to remind you guys that starships are indeed meant to fly. Over and out.
We're now at peak pressure.
Over.
I think her words were so cursed that the starship actually blew up. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Surprised this is the same Nicki who doesn't believe the moon landings are real? Is this a joke?
You know, like other conspiracy theories, like did we actually land a man on the moon? Did the president get the elections?
I don't think we landed on the moon.
You don't?
No.
I asked Elon this one. He said we did indeed land on the moon. You know, like other conspiracy theories, like did we actually land a man on the moon? Did the president get the elections?
I guess I just didn't think about it that way. I guess I just didn't consider it that way. You know, like I was thinking about it, I guess, in like a different way that like we did. And I just, yeah. Okay. You always seemed like a flat earther. You're totally right. You're so right. You're so right. At least one of them was real because they left a parabolic dish you can bounce a laser off of. Yeah, well, that's if you fall for big satellite. I, for one, don't believe in big satellites, so nice try, idiot. Nice try, idiot. All right. Enough of that. Let's. Is that another bot? Is that another bot chat? I tried talking to it. New Flawn bot? Question mark? But it's not even Flawn Friday. Oh. Bot or Gen Alpha? It's hard to tell nowadays. The account age is correct to be Gen Alpha. Has to be a bot? I mean, this stuff doesn't make any sense, right? What that cutie stuff in the background, right? How did you get it, right? You remember now? You're online, well, so are others. I don't 20. I genuinely, maybe I might just be someone having like an episode. Might just be someone having an episode, I don't know. Someone who doesn't speak English, it's either a bot, well, I guess, oh, you know what the strat is? Checking the bot account, seeing if it links to anything. It doesn't link. So it might just be a freak. Might just be a weirdo. Alright, well, anyways. Fuck you got against smorks. Oh, we don't use that term. I don't use the hard R here, okay? We call them smocks, alright? Be respectful, please. Please. That's all I'm asking. It's not much. I'm not asking for much. Sorry, on the topic of blurs. Did you guys everything I see at this point is so against my will. I was scrolling Twitter, I saw that like the Pedo Troll podcast had a poll on whether or not the R slur should come back. Did you guys see this shit?
Okay.
It's the Airbus.
He's ordering you.
This is what. Thank you. Yeah.
Retard.
I'm on my party.
Retard.
It's still so funny.
Retard.
And so in an Airbus, what is it?
A320.
I just made up some number.
It is an Airbus. It's
Airbus
some kind of
A320, isn't it?
Yeah. So in some airplane, commercial airplane, when you need to pull up, it says this to you, and it's quite an urgent warning. So don't mistake it for. Because to retard is to like slow down, right? It's like to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the sense that it's used in a technical aviation, then you can definitely.
How many months until we get a poll on whether or not how many months until Ethan Klein puts a poll up of whether or not he can say the N-word again?
You say like, man, if I was a pilot and you were on my plane, I would retard.
Retard.
This is not an accident, you fucking retard!
Oh my God.
Like that, I wouldn't
Star.
say it like that. I wouldn't.
Jesus.
I fucking hate you!
But I've had conversations with people that don't use that word, by the way, who I respect and are like,
He wouldn't set up a poll. He would set up a GoFundMe. Shut up.
woke and sensitive, and they're telling me they're ready. They want the R word back. In fact, can we do a poll? I want a poll.
Should we bring it back? Is that the poll?
Yes. I'm not doing it regardless of the results, but I'm genuinely curious to get a pulse. Now, also, when you're talking about the usage of the R word, it is different when you're calling, if you're referring to someone who's like disabled or something like that, that's obviously horrible, right? That's different. But if you're like, oh, this situation is, you know, Airbus.
Also in music, when you slow things down.
Dude, you consider Ethan Klein isn't using the N-word in a racist way. He's using it in like an Airbus way. Like, what if you weren't using it to talk about black people? What if you were just using it to talk about other things? Then it would be like fine, right? Like, obviously, that makes sense. If you think about it from an Ethan Klein perspective, it actually makes sense. Yeah, actually, if you call a straight guy the F slur, it's totally chill. It's actually really chill. If you call a non-Asian person the C slur, that's actually totally fine. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Down, it's called a
say it, it's technical.
A retard.
Yeah, it's technical. Don't say that, Zach. You can't say that.
What?
Even
this is worse than like the people who just say that they want to say it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna boldly say, I think this is worse than Fan being like, I don't care, I'm gonna say the word. Yeah, I don't care, I'm gonna say the word. Because at least there you're just like owning it, you know? You're like, I don't care, I'm gonna say this word, I don't care if anyone likes it, doesn't like it. This is such pussy shit. It's like, well, what if I said it like this? What if I said it in a certain way that was okay, that was like this?
though there's this accent on it. I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly. I'm going to the stream because I'm really fascinated by what this poll is.
Oh, I haven't
also,
put up that poll.
Why?
I don't want to. That feels wrong.
Okay, I'll do it.
Keep it to yourself.
No, this is actually really, you don't have to spell it out. I'm genuinely curious. This is like a sociological, well, I'm not logged in, but this poll is important.
Do you think people are
This poll is important, and it's about whether or not we should be able to say the R slur.
just chomping at the bit to get the okay to use it?
I think it's just, there's been a lot of policing of language and wokeness that I think people like. It's a swinging of the pendulum, Now, it's okay to use that word. I'm going to say no. That's my opinion. But you see, wow. And we have an extremely woke audience. So I'm just showing you guys how the pendulum is swinging back. And you have a 41% saying yes. That surprised me that it's that high. I feel like 3 years ago, that would have been a huge difference. Or 2 years ago. Right?
I don't think people should use it, but if someone uses it and then apologizes, like sincerely right after it, I don't think it's the end of the world.
No, yeah. I mean, there's slurs.
Thank you, Absent Backbone. Thank you so much.
That are like,
Such a wonderful contribution. Please, talk about more things that aren't being spoken about. Mm-hmm. We're talking about whether or not you should be able to use it. And he's like, well, what about in these cases where no one's talking about it? Please, allow me to introduce this information that no one was asking about and no one cared about. All right, continue.
Obviously. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? 41%. Does that surprise you, Dan?
Leave me out of this conversation.
It does surprise me.
The song's hot. I'm gonna fuck it.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, I really still don't know if it's Zach or who that runs the soundboard. The person who runs the soundboard is either like a total idiot or they secretly fucking hate Ethan. Because why are they playing the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm riff or whatever in this exact moment other than to make fun of? He's just bad at his job. Oh, Seinfeld, whatever. Same shit. It's not the same shit at all. Sorry. Totally right. It's not the same shit at all. Seinfeld. Thought it was yours.
Now let's do another poll. Does that surprise you? I'm kidding. Actually, we should probably do our ad here. It's getting pretty close, hey?
Is it the prize picks?
Yeah.
What other words you guys want me to say? Go ahead and post to the subreddit. Any other slurs or
Is this
offensive
just the
words?
slur episode? Because I'm good on that.
He kind of did start the show off by saying he's on medication.
It's all we've been talking about.
And there would
No,
be
it's not.
slurs.
We spent way more time talking about movie seating.
Now, Dan, you've worked here for a while. You know when Elo's in Israel,
I know.
Ethan likes to do his thing.
The boys play.
Likes to get himself
This is not the slur episode, Dan. We talked about movie theater seating way longer, and whatever the fuck else. Okay. But these are important sociological questions. And frankly, there's probably someone in a university watching this that is like, I actually appreciate that data.
So true. There's someone in university watching the H3 podcast for data. The data is how brain damaged a human being can get. I'm trying to see if I can find this. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it on hand. It was like a post from like some subreddit or whatever. Gotta make up for the racism when Elo's gone, so they gotta double it. That's true. That's true. All right. Unfortunately, we don't practice Slur Saturday here. This is not the H3 podcast. I have some great other stuff to get to. First. Not that. All right. Where is it? Okay, I don't have any context for this, but I just want to show it to you guys so badly. You mean Candace Owens had Hunter Biden on? And this is what happened.
And I've stopped with this left versus right, Democrat versus Republican. I'm like, this is sheer evil versus good.
By the way,
This is like sheer evil.
But by the way, for real, exactly.
Like I'm
exactly. It is good versus evil.
Yeah.
They have torn the mask off of this. I said to you before, is that I pray to God that by the end of this, that you think of me as a friend, because if anything ever happened to me, I want you and Melissa team up. You like, oh
Getting
my
to the bottom
God.
of it's not. And I've stopped with this left versus.
So, are they, you know, are they? Rizzler is crazy. All right, let's get to the you saw the Hunter Biden. She saw Hunter's Biden and can't stop. Shut up, dude. Shut up. All right. So, I have this. I was excited to show you guys. AT&T posted this nonsense. They posted this on the AT&T Twitter. Bungulators, I have claimed AT&T, and it is ours now. Was it the slurs that attracted you to him, or the homophobia? So I know what you're thinking. Oh, that seems like it's a pretty positive post. Let me pull up the hidden replies. Allow me to pull up the hidden replies. Well, actually, I can't show them because some of them are just like burnt penis. The fuck? Wait, it's like they Photoshop like a penis onto the peanut at the bottom. And I've seen other people show it on stream, but I don't want to like test Twitch. But this is some of the other stuff that's here. I like that they hid this one. Not a good collab, AT&T. This dude sucks. Hidden reply. AT&T sucks and is owned by BlackRock. Hidden reply. The fuck hidden reply. These are all hidden replies. LMFAO, bullshit company leaks personal data. As a new customer, this makes me want to go back to Verizon. What the fuck? Explains why my bill increased. Got to pay for those sponsorships. I heard this peanut doesn't have arms, so he has to get help from his mom to relieve stress. It's crazy, by the way. I've never heard this in my life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that one was kind of fair to put in the hidden replies. Oh, this one's just like another slur. It's kind of funny that like the homophobic slur all is coming from inside the house. Oh fucking brother, dude. I like this one, just gay. Fucking gross, and AT&T service sucks. Like, why is this hidden? Like, why is this hidden? They're just hiding every negative reply. This one's just anti-Semitism, valid hide. You think AT&T is aware of all the racist, sexist innuendo that Peanut is constantly working into his material? What the fuck? Okay, wait, I don't know if this one will be another burn. Okay, no, this one. This one just says, it's, show you guys. Sell out for the worst provider, AT&T Tel Aviv. Excuse me. And so on and so forth. It's like really, like there's a lot. There's a lot. Higher ups, please fire this social media manager immediately. How do I cancel my membership with AT&T? This is the day that AT&T died. At FBI. When's the Peanut of Rose Toys tweet dropping? Explains why AT&T monthly prices rose. Truly an amazing event for inbreds. Have fun, guys. This one, the next one was just another burnt penis. Isn't this the weird fuck that preaches to little kids on Fortnite? Yes. 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 Oh my god, I love a good misinfo campaign. Sorry, the funniest tweet that they hid, by the way, was the Midas tweet that said literally fuck off with 11k likes. And they were like, that's enough likes. Hide. Hide. So they had also changed their profile picture for anyone who missed it to be the burnt peanut as well. I don't know who was like, man, some intern definitely just got fired, but this is what the profile picture looked like before. It was just this image as the logo. And then they changed it back to the normal. Oh, and oh. What's different? The logo. And they were like, okay, that's a lot of hate. That's a lot of people that don't like that we paired up with him. Okay, let's just go back to the normal AT&T logo. Let's just go back. Oh, who is this for exactly? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know. But I wanted to pull up this, maybe?
AT&T took down our photo already, gentlemen. Yes, AT&T.
I'm going to tell you something very bold. As someone who doesn't have AT&T, an AT&T sponsor, and as someone who has no AT&T sponsors, casual plug, I only get support from your guys' support. The show only gets to exist by your support. This is a totally ad-free stream. One of the very few streams on twitch.tv that has no ads, totally ad-free viewing, no pre-rolls, no top of the hour, nothing but pure Denims broadcasting service. So if you would like to support the stream, if you would like to support the stream, please feel free to throw a tier 1, a tier 2, or a tier 3 sub. If you're sitting on a Prime that's just collecting dust, I know there are some of you out there that have a Prime and it's like, do you want to use your Prime here? And you're like, I don't know. Use it. You've probably been sitting on it for forever. And it's just doing nothing. And we have new emotes. And we have more emotes coming very soon. But in addition to that, I am in fact not beholden to any sponsors because I have no sponsors. All of my opinions are my own. So you know if I'm shitting on AT&T or I'm glazing AT&T. It's because I like it or I dislike it genuinely. What's with the peanut guy? Oh, I guess I'd give some lore about the peanut guy in a sec, but Elsa Girl, thank you for the 5. Contra, thank you for the 10. Strawman, thank you for the gift. Benny, thank you for the prime. Julie, thank you for the tier 1. Smelly, thank you so much for the 4 months. Thanks. You're sponsored by Big Flawn, admit it. That's actually fun. That's actually factually true. It's actually factually true. I prefer the sheriff peanut. You mean the faithful sheriff? You're a fucking fake fan. Oh my god, dude. I do really like that one trend where it was like this guy named like the atheist almond or something, and it was like a parody. And he was just pulling up videos of like people praying in public. And he's like, this fucking idiot thinks that the praying is doing something. Idiot. And there were people like, this is just disgusting. I am so disgusted by your behavior. How could you do this? When will you learn? It's like, are you kidding me? Grow up. First of all, it's a joke. The person making it is joking, okay? Second, oh no, someone made fun of you for praying? Oh my god, dude. I love America, multiple peanut streamers. What I don't like, though, is that I went to play Gamble with some friends, and one of the skins in there was a peanut, and it made me really annoyed. And I'm gonna be honest with all of you, there's 2 things I need to share. First and foremost, was it fun? I'm considering getting it. Yes, it's fun. Wait, I had a couple of thoughts in my brain, and now they're all mush. There was like a bunch, and now they're all like scattered. Wait, what the fuck? What is this? What is this message? I need to be better. I need to be better about not reading chat. What is this? What? Is this a reference to something that I don't know? I'm not Christian. I believe in the power of prayer. For this reason, I keep a little homunculus in a dog crate under my bed, whom I've raised as a devout Catholic. What? All right, anyways, AT&T, this is what I'll say. I have AT&T fiber, and let me say, and internet-wise, AT&T fiber is the best. It is actually the best. Like, it is the best internet I've ever had. And it's not close. AT&T fiber is it slaps so hard. I'm not gonna lie. I personally, I think like probably any fiber will do the trick, but I've only had AT&T fiber, so it's good. And I got like I'm not sponsored. So like, let me get, this is why companies can't sponsor me. Because now what I'm about to say will prevent me from getting a sponsorship. I got one of those emails where they're like, hey, if you sign up for like a mobile plan, we'll do 20% off because you already have internet with us. I was like, you know what? You know, I've been on this Mint Mobile lifestyle for so long, you know. Let's take out the big bucks. We can up it from $15 a month. You know, let's upgrade. And I got AT&T for my phone, and it was probably the worst month of phone experience I've ever had in my life. And I don't even use my phone that often. And I had to get on like 17 different calls to get myself off that plan. I was like, can I please off? I want off the plan. I want the plan off. No more phone, please. I don't want phone, please. Is it Mint also AT&T? Well, 2 things. 1, I'm pretty sure Mint is like on the T-Mobile network. But 2, Mint is like low key. I kind of couldn't believe when I made the switch over from Mint Mobile to AT&T, my internet got worse on my phone. Like when I would go outside, obviously Wi-Fi doesn't count. When I'd go outside, I got less like I had more dead zones. And everything took way longer to like load. I didn't understand. I was like, I'm paying like almost 5 times as much now. And it's so much worse. Holy shit. So in LA, I will say AT&T coverage must be totally fucking dog shit. They must not have a lot of good towers in LA because the LA AT&T coverage was so shit. It was actually trasho. So nasty, so bad. I had dog shit coverage with AT&T in the Bay Area too. It's horrible everywhere. Well, all I will say is T-Mobile's always been pretty good, but I really don't think you can beat Mint Mobile. Maybe in some areas Mint Mobile sucks, but I will say for the price, for the ease of access, for the ability to cancel plans easily, and like there's no hidden fees or bullshit, I don't think it gets better than this. So I really like it. I like it. Mint uses T-Mobile nationwide, and anecdotally, I also had incredible service on T-Mobile. I'm a local carrier. I'm on a local carrier for Verizon service now, and it's okay. I have AT&T. I literally have no service in my own home. Mind you, I live in the middle of the city. Oh, okay, that's good. But all I will say, though, AT&T fiber is amazing, all right? The AT&T fiber, my home internet was so good. I have become an AT&T fiber customer for life, and they convinced me to get a plan for my phone. That's how good it is. And then I got one on my phone, and I was like, wow, this is the worst internet I've ever had on my phone ever. I need to get rid of this immediately. Please. Holy. But their fiber is crazy. It's unbelievably cheap. It always works. It's dope. But okay. Just wanted to share that with you guys. It's just the fiber, not that it's from AT&T. Well, yeah, but also like the 2 times ever that it went down in the past however many years I've had it, they sent someone out same day. Whereas I had Spectrum internet, and I called, and I was like, it's like not working. Like I literally can't stream. And they were like, you should be able to stream Netflix just fine. I'm like, just send someone. It doesn't work. The upload is not high enough for my job. And job of my goal. And they were like, well, the soonest we can send someone out is 3 weeks. How does that work for you? It's like 3 weeks. 3 weeks? No. So it's not just the fiber. I will say, at least in LA, the AT&T like service team is also really fast. Like I get everything same day. Like again, the 2 times I needed it in different places, they sent someone same day, which was incredible. But I know internet is so different area to area. So, I have Wire 3. It's the same experience as your AT&T service, TBH, based on what you're telling me right now. Because I will tell you guys, Spectrum in New York actually was pretty decent. Spectrum in LA is like some of the worst internet I've ever had in my fucking life. Like, actually some of the worst. Why are you even on cellular? Everywhere you go has Wi-Fi? Huh? I'm not connecting to some random-ass Wi-Fi network I don't know. Bruh. That's how you collect all the viruses, yeah. All right. Hassan doesn't even have fiber in his area, so dude, Hassan's a crazy person for buying, like, everyone criticizes Hassan for multi-million-dollar mansion home, but nobody criticizes Hassan for buying a house without fiber internet as a fucking streamer. Like, what the fuck is wrong? That is such, like, -1. Like, that has gotten... That is more of a strike against his character than anything else I've ever seen him do. Anything. You, like... He doesn't have fiber. He has Spectrum! Spectrum in LA! Spectrum in LA, which is shit. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. I like... Mm-mm. They probably didn't even have fiber available. Wrong. Wrong. I've been in LA for the same amount of time, and they had fiber. So, wrong. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Denims hates people on the spectrum. Shut up. Shut up. All right, anywho, okay. Let's watch this.
Yes, AT&T took down our photo already, gentlemen. Yes, AT&T took down our photo from their logo. Yes, it is what you think. The yacht owners and the billionaires and the stockholders and the rich and sexy and the entrepreneurs were all making comments under the Twitter post. Oh, don't you hate it when the yacht owners and the private jet flyers and the entrepreneurs, and they're just so sexy as well. I mean, wow. How do you get chins chiseled in such a manner? Yes.
Chiseled. Burnt peanuts confirmed.
Yes, unfortunately, all of those rich
Denims, you were gonna give lore about the peanut for those of us that are old and don't know what this is. I like that people say people don't say who this is, they say what this is. All you need to know about burnt peanut is he's just like the epitome of like dumb American. It's very like classic. What's a good game to pick? Type of person that only plays COD. If that makes sense. Or type of person that he's every bad stereotype of gamer. Exactly. Okay, I think we're honing in on the archetype. Worst Tarkov? No, stop. Tarkov is like you have a certain mental illness to play Tarkov. It's different. That's a very, very different type of human being, okay? Oh. All right, we're back. This is what I get for speaking ill of AT&T. They were like, shit on our phone service, will you? Yeah. I bet you don't like when your frames go down. Yeah. Anyways, basically, coworker who grew up only playing COD is the type of account. He's a big Tarkov person, so I know he plays Tarkov. It doesn't matter if you play a game, it matters whether or not you embody the qualities of that game. You understand? Happened last time you talked about him? Gulp. Most people don't play Tarkov anymore unless they got caught cheating in a charity scam. Skirts a stream, sorry. Call Lupo, stop. Dude, I do have to say, I feel like Lupo handled that pretty well. It was a very bizarre thing to do, but it's about the Tarkov in your heart. Exactly, dude. You guys get it. It's like, what's a good example? I think a good example is like, it doesn't matter who you are as a person, and it doesn't matter how many hours of League you have on League. Are you really a League player if you don't behave like Tyler 1? It's about the Tyler 1 in your heart. You know what I mean? It's the same idea. What? Okay, those who know what I mean by that. And if you don't know, you don't know. But that's okay. I know, but still what? Correct. I'm trying to think of a game that I've played semi-recently that's been semi-popular. Like, it doesn't matter how many hours of Counter-Strike you have. You're not like a real Counter-Strike player unless you're the type of person that says slurs on mic. You understand? And it's the same idea. It doesn't matter how many hours he has on Tarkov. He's not like a real Tarkov player because he doesn't embody what that game is. And that game is for mentally ill people who don't like to have fun. You get what I mean? I think you guys are starting to understand what I mean. I think you guys are starting to understand. Maybe not, but maybe you are. Maybe people are. Overwatch, Valorant, Marvel. No, Valorant is for players who like... Valorant is for the e-boys and e-girls, you know? It doesn't matter how many hours of Valorant you have, unless you act like an e-girl or an e-boy looking for love in that game, you're not a real Valorant player. I hope that some of that is explained by what I'm saying. I think maybe some of it's starting to be explained. So you're denigrating the mentally ill? How? It's just, I'm sorry, it is correct. If you play Tarkov PvP, you just like, there's something wrong with you. Like, you are literally a masochist. There is something severely wrong with your brain chemistry, and you should see a psychiatrist immediately. I've played PvP in that game. It's like horrible. It's like, actually, it's awful. And do you actually find love in that game? I think a lot of people find love in Valorant. Too bad I fucking hate Valorant. I don't know if anyone else has this experience. I don't like the guns in Valorant. I don't know how else to explain that. I just don't. You played Destiny 2, what does that say about you? I feel the way that I do about Destiny 2 that I do about, like, Wyoming. Like, I know people live there, but not really. Like, I know people play it, but, like, not really, you know? Like, not really. That hurt a little. Like, are you really a deadlock player if you're not a little gay? It doesn't matter if you're the straightest person alive. Unless you are a little gay, you're not a real deadlock player. It doesn't matter how many hours you have. You know? A little. Okay, enough. I'm the only person in my entire friend group that abstains from Valorant. I'm sorry. Chad isn't even bullying Denims for her hot hours. Dude, how do people have some... Okay, sorry, I'm getting off topic. Back to the BurntPeanut. He's just like a very, like... It's a very, like, your coworker who played a lot of COD growing up, and it kind of shaped their entire personality. These are probably the more, like, prominent clips that people have seen.
Well, hello, good chat. Hello, good chat.
Sorry, let me try and replay that. I don't know why why the audio didn't work.
Right. From Iran. Well, hello, good chat. Hello, good chat.
I would recommend him get into cover. Quick.
Well, what is it raining over there?
Yeah, raining metal.
Well, never seen anything like that.
There is, all right.
He's talking to his buddy. He reads a chat message that says, hello from Iran. And he's like, well, hello. And then his buddy says, like, is it raining over there? And then they make a joke about it raining metal. And for them to take cover or something. What's the perfect online game that no one can be judged for? Personally, this might alarm people, but I think it's Rocket League. I've only met normal people that play Rocket League. And usually people who play Rocket League are like... good. But I also, maybe my perception is wrong because I've never played Rocket League. Dota, are you like, you've lost your mind. You have lost your mind if you think no one can judge you for playing Dota. if you play Dota, you have autism. Like, and I don't mean that in any pejorative sense. It's like the guy who's been running a D&D campaign for 30 years straight. That guy has autism. That's a factually correct statement. I love that for him. That's good for him. That's a cool ass thing to dedicate your life to, running the world's longest D&D campaign. That's dope as shit. But like, straight up, that's just true. And Dota's the same. I'm sorry. There's turn speed. There's like minion collision. I am not, no. 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 If you want to learn all of that, go for it, dude. I am not, no. I played, I'm not joking, one of the very few games I played one game of, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm never going to play this again. Ever. Okay. There was one other thing about the burnt peanut that I want to share. Is it this one? Burnt peanut. This one.
Hello from Afghanistan. All right, now I know you're just fucking with me. Now I know you're just fucking with me. Now I just know you're fucking with me. All right, pal. Even if you did have internet, there's no way you'd still be alive. Now let's ride. Hello from
Again, so like I said, it's just like there really is no better way to describe it than like coworker who grew up on COD. Personally, the thing that like made me, okay, maybe this is going to be harsh. Maybe this is going to be harsh. Maybe some viewers might view this as harsh. I personally think you can, in fact, judge creators by their audiences. And my very first experience with BurntPeanut, before I even knew who BurntPeanut was, I was just trying to play some Arc Raiders. It was like the second game I've ever played. And I'm just like playing, having a good time. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like, let's just like loot and stuff. You know, it's the second game ever. And then I die to these people, and they're like, I was like, what the, my poor fucking ears. What is this? What is happening in my game? Ow. Who let these people on the game? Oh my God. It was like such a unbelievably annoying experience. This is my impression of you, by the way. Okay. So I listened to that and I'm like, damn, whatever this is, I will hate this forever. I will be a generational hater for this forever. And then I found out that it was like some game that they were doing with streamers between these people and the BurntPeanut fans and some other fans or whatever. And thank God it stopped happening. Thank goodness it stopped happening. And I played a lot more, and the game is pretty fun. It's just like lacking new content. Once you do like if you're unemployed as shit and you play a lot, it's just really easy to get all the expedition stuff, and then you just sit there and it's like, okay, I'm sitting on like 30 queen cores and like every gun in the game and every blueprint. Now what do I do? I already finished all of the, okay, now what do I do? And it's just kind of like bland. They basically decided they don't give a shit about anyone but casual players, saying they're only going to do 2 updates a year. I mean, I don't think that that's like saying that they don't give a shit about anyone but casual players. I feel like that's more so that they like care about putting out certain types of content. And I know that they have like a small team, but whatever, it doesn't matter. There was a greater point that I was making. Oh yeah, but then I was like, I try really hard to give everybody a second chance, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to judge BurntPeanut based on his annoying ass fans. Sometimes it'd be like that. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Maybe he's fine. Maybe he's a normal dude and he's fine. And then I like watched his stream, or like I watched a bunch of clips, and I just can't, dude. I just can't. The thing that like completely put me off him was like the streamer in this during the streamer awards stuff where he got like nominated for like the VTuber stuff, and then he got nominated for the Arc Raiders or whatever, like the Battle Royale stuff. And I was like, I think it's kind of classless to like say that you're not a VTuber and you don't emulate any of the things within that group, and then you take the award anyways, whatever. I don't really care that much about that. The thing that actually pissed me the fuck off was that his entire chat during like the Sapphire Awards, the entire chat is like OnlyFans whores, whore category, slut category, sucking dick category. And by the way, all of the women that were nominated for the Sapphire Award, none of them even had an OnlyFans. None of them had a Fansly or a Passes or an OnlyFans. And it's like the whole chat. Like, it was like, okay, maybe not the whole chat. It was like half the chat. It's just that. And it's like, dude, come on. You can like curb this behavior a little bit, man. What's a Sapphire Award? During the Streamer Awards, there's like an award for non-male streamers. And the entire chat is just like, lol, slut award, lol. Who cares? All these women are talentless. They're just here because they're sucking dick or whatever. And it's like, yeah, don't like that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And I'm good on this stream. I'm good on that stream. These spaces are like the worst for women. And it's like, it's one thing, like the thing that I think a lot of like the very traditional like male COD gamers don't understand is, dude, I'm here for shit talk. I think gaming without shit talking is a very depressing experience. Okay? I feel like online anonymity allows us to kind of be degenerates a little bit, and we can abuse that a little bit. But like, there's a difference between just any woman is on the screen, so you're screaming like a fucking child about how they're a whore or whatever, and actually making an insult that's funny. Like, let me see what the streamer award category. Streamer awards. $2025. Like, so here are the categories. The Sapphire Award, it's Emaru, Wendy, Extra Emily, Cinna, Vanilla Mace. Like, if the insult was, if his entire chat was saying, like, of course Baldy wins it. Of course Baldy wins this shit. I would be like, you know, honestly, okay. Kind of mean, but like, damn, let a bitch with a receding hairline rest for a moment. Jeez. Damn. It would at least be like something fun, original. It's not just woman, therefore whore, therefore L category. Do you understand? Like, I'm here for shit talking and I'm here for bullying and being a little mean or whatever. I think it's fine. But when the only insult towards women is literally just whore, OnlyFans, slut, whore, only, it's just so tired. It's just so boring. It's like, it's so puny brain, you know? And also calling streamers bold. It's such a classic Twitch. Exactly. So yeah, this shit. It's just like annoying. It's just annoying is all. So that's why I think a lot. And then also he said like the F slur, I think, on stream once. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But moving on. And like, it takes so little, by the way, to like curb your audience. It literally takes so little to curb your audience. Just like go for it. Just say like, hey guys, all the women in this category worked really hard. They worked as hard as anybody else. Okay? Can we calm down for a minute? And people will respect if in my experience, if there's a streamer that I really like and I spend a lot of hours watching them, I respect their opinions to some level. And I don't want to be a chatter that's annoying to my favorite streamer. Like, actually annoying. So, I think that you can have an impact, at least a little bit. You're not going to fully impact it, but you can at least have, like, a little bit of impact. So, like, go, go, except XQC. XQC is the only exception to that rule, where I think it's like, I don't think anyone is watching XQC. I don't think anyone is watching XQC to respect him or his opinions. I think they're just watching the zoo animal. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, right. So, yeah, he got dropped from AT&T, I guess. Or, like, no, he's not dropped from them. They removed their profile picture of him. I don't know if they still have, like, a sponsor with him or what, but we'll just watch his opinion.
AT&T, yes. AT&T took down our photo.
No, not this. Sorry, we were in the middle of this one.
Sexy entrepreneurs made a bunch of comments on it. Guys, no, I don't hate, no, guys, not fuck AT&T. It's a company. It's just doing what it has to do. Honestly, seriously, I don't have any disdain for them doing that at all. It's a company, guys. That's their job to do that. That's their job to do that. They're supposed to protect PR, all that stuff. They're supposed to do that. That's the job. Seriously, I have no ill will with them at all. I would have done the same thing if I was a company. The company's job is to protect themselves. Hey, that's completely fine. Truly, guys. I would get mad at the yacht owners and the rich and the sexy that commented. That's who you should be all in a tizzy with. It is the usual Twitter crowd that got it taken down. The usual Twitter crowd. I'm assuming. I didn't really ask for too many details, but I saw that it changed today, and I just assumed when I looked at the comment section that that's what it was. You know what it is, boys. You know what it is. I even saw one of the comments down below. It was, they were ruthless. One was from Derek. He commented, he goes, I am so distraught by you changing your logo to Mr. Peanut. I am canceling my 42nd birthday next week. And when I get home, I'm asking my mom to change our phone service provider. And that was one of many people that commented under there. I guarantee you, none of them even pay their own fucking phone bills. Come on, guys. Let's be so fucking for real, okay? Let's be so fucking for real right now. Let's be so fucking for real right now. You think a single one of the guys that put a negative comment on that post pay their own fucking phone bill? Come on. Me and the Buccaneers were just talking. Did you see that they removed my face from the AT&T logo thing?
Wait,
is he a senior citizen? I don't know, man. It's just so, sometimes I run into stuff on the internet and I don't understand why anybody watches it. And my initial thought is to be like, there's got to be it's got to all be fake. But like, some people just be watching trash, man. Some people just be watching some garbo. I had a phase. I remember what I was watching on the internet at one point was not good. I was watching YouTube poop growing up. So like, it's probably just like a predominantly younger audience is what it is.
They removed it? I thought they just added it.
Yeah, a bunch of rich, successful yacht owners commented on the post, and they took it down. And they took the logo down.
No way. like the regular ass AT&T, the plumbers, they started complaining. Oh my.
Wait, who? The who? The plumbers?
The plumbers? Yes, the 9-to-5ers.
No. Those. No, are you kidding me? You think those guys are making negative comments on Twitter?
Actually, you're right. No, it's the
dino nugget eating, basement dwelling, 42-year-old living with his mom, never even paid a phone bill in their lives. That's who's on the Twitter post.
Oh. That's like his audience. What? Dude, the friendly fire in his chat is going probably crazy. I wish I could see his chat. It's probably all D-colons for this. The world needs to know my theory that BurntPeanut is Tim Dillon's alter ego. I can see it.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, yes, that makes sense.
That's who's on the Twitter comment section. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. You lasted like an hour up there.
I know.
It feels like the only other thing I can say about Burnt Peanut is it feels like a character. It feels like if South Park introduced a character that was a streamer, this is what they would make. And like, here's the thing. I get that streamers are putting on like a show and that they put on like a bit of a character on stream. And, you know, privately, it's probably like a more mild version. This has been my experience personally, where like every single streamer that has a big personality on stream, in person, they're a little bit more muted. I just really, I don't like the character. I don't like the character, man. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But that's my, that's just my opinion, man. That's my opinion. Anyone is allowed to dislike this stream and any other stream that's ever existed. So, it's actually a spot-on comparison. 2026 version of the Howard Stern radio show. Well, I don't know. Howard Stern is like, that even feels a little far. I don't know. I don't know. Are you normal off stream? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Define normal, I guess. Imagine analyzing Burnt Peanut. So what's the problem? If you don't like it, don't watch. LMAO. Dude, you should go to every single person who's ever reviewed a movie and given it a bad review and tell them exactly what you just told me. You should go to like people who like review like restaurants and like food critics or whatever, and you should tell them that. Tell them this. You should go to any find every YouTube video that's ever made a criticism of anything ever, and then tell them, if you don't like it, don't watch. And if I may even go a step farther, you could also potentially take your own advice. And if you don't like the segment of me criticizing what I don't like about Burnt Peanut, you can also just not watch. I just don't. I don't know. I don't really care what people watch. I really don't. If you want to watch Burnt Peanut, you can watch Burnt Peanut. I'm not going to stop anyone from doing that. I don't really care. I think he's like, it's just a very quintessential, like, I wouldn't even go so far as to call him like a chud. I know other people call him a chud. It's very quintessential. COD player, that's it. That's it. And I'm just like, ugh. I feel like in 2010 or in like 2015, this shit slapped, but I feel like everybody's expectations maybe are a little bit higher in 2026. I'm just like, Dino Nuggy fan spotted. True. Okay, that's all I was going to say on that. The friend that never grew up now justified and never growing up? Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah. Okay. Bro, what is going on Twitter? Cookies or tiramisu? I'm not even going to offend audio listeners with the rest of that sentence. Okay? All right. Now, close this stuff. Close this stuff. Close, close, close. You guys know what it's time for, right? You guys know what it's time for. Also, realistically, sorry, I just remembered I was going to say one last thing on this topic. Realistically, I'd rather have like Burnt Peanuts over like Nick Merckx's of the world or like Asmongold's of the world, where it's just outwardly, explicitly like hatred, you know? Like, all right. What is this? Dude, why are people finding old Charlie Kirk tweets? 2014, bashing right-wing conservatives. Yay. Anyways. Oh, thanks, Witchful Banana. Because we carry the flame. That's so true. No, you're right. Brig, right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. When you're right, you should say it. Okay. Let me close this stuff. Let's move on. To the Tom Steyer stuff. Chevron has just donated another $500. Ah. Wait, let me pull up the video one sec. Sorry, $500,000, not $500. $500 would be funny though. One sec. A little bit more than 500. Sorry, 500,000. 500,000. Sorry.
The governor's race, and being a front runner means being a target. Democrat Javier Becerra is fending off attacks.
And it's
sorry. Fending off attacks, and by attacks do we mean accepting money?
not just from his rivals, but also from his former co-workers in the White House. CBS LA political reporter Tom Waite is here to explain.
And it just heats up every day, right? People have their ballots, they're voting, so all these kind of daily sort of news cycles, they matter because people are making choices. So Becerra's poll numbers are on the rise. They have been for the past few weeks as he becomes more of a threat, as Ruta Van Juan were saying. His opponents are taking more shots. What he may not have expected was that his former White House colleagues would be piling on. As Democrat Javier Becerra's poll numbers rise in the gubernatorial race, so do the attacks on his candidacy, including fellow Democrats at the debates.
Antonio is absolutely right about the secretary's failure on the immigration issue. There is a direct line.
That's an absolute lie. And other Dems are piling on too. Thursday, Politico reported that a half dozen former Biden administration officials who worked with Becerra are...
How much is gas in California right now? I'm pretty sure the last time I went, it was like $6 and something.
Anonymously mocking his frontrunner status, one telling Politico, quote, "It gets the biggest political laugh every time we send around a poll." According to Politico, the whispers claim as Health and Human Services Secretary, Becerra bungled the COVID response, a migrant health crisis at the border, and other issues.
I feel like it's a little too soon for the Biden people to be lecturing on, what California voters should be doing. These
Sorry. Yeah, it's today's average is $6 and 11 cents. Well, 12 cents. The last time I was at the gas station, it was like I want to say it was like $6.50.
These are officials, some of whom we're kind of hiding from the country, Biden's deterioration.
The Becerra campaign is blasting those claims and provided statements of support from former Biden administration officials like former Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm. Even a veteran California Republican strategist is minimizing the claims.
Unless the former president were to come out and say something, I don't think any of this breaks through. The only way to change the trajectory of the race is to have something Swalwell size.
The candidates have gathered for 3 debates over the course of the last 2 weeks, including the showdown CBS California and Pomona College hosted last week. New polling is out every day, many of them showing support coalescing behind Becerra for the Democrats and Steve Hilton on the Republican side.
Steve Hilton is just a more television-friendly personality. The race is still fluid. Becerra is ahead right now, but not by a huge margin. There's still an opportunity for other candidates to pull up. Keep an eye on Matt Mahan.
Anyways, personally,
Chevron.
So Chevron donated $500,000 to Becerra, and this was his response.
That's a problem with politics.
Sorry, excuse me. Did I say they donated $500,000? They donated another $500,000.
They're not the bad guy.
Guys, Chevron, they're not the bad
Chevron.
guy.
I need Chevron.
You need Chevron, chat. You need them.
My people of the state of California need Chevron. Chevron wants to give me a check. That's their prerogative. Chevron.
Dad, can I just say how much it warms my heart to see someone care shareholders and you can tell he really cares. You can tell he heard, won't someone please think of the shareholders? And he said, bravely, I will. Finally. I've just been waiting what feels like my whole life for this. And I finally found it. Finally found it. What is wrong with California libs? Like, what the fuck? Changing my Venmo username to Xavier Becerra out of the hopes that they accidentally get alley-ooped the next 2,049 months of my rent. Look at the exchange with Becerra's comm guy. Oh, this will be good. How much money has Becerra taken from Chevron, Jonathan? How about independent expenditures supporting him from big oil? Well, Jason, if you're on this app and you don't know by this point, I'm not sure there's much I can do to help you. What? What? Okay, here's the oh, also, he apparently just recently received $500,000 from McDonald's as well. Isn't that good, chat? If this was a blind ballot and you only saw a campaign's backers, which side would you pick? But this isn't a hypothetical. On the left, there's Xavier Becerra's backers. Tom Steyer's endorsements are on the right. And on the left, we have Uber, Meta, Chevron, California Association of Realtors, PG&E. They said McDonald's, and Airbnb. And on the right is Jane Fonda Climate PAC, California's Teacher Association, Unite Here, California Federation of Labor Unions, Sierra Club, Our Revolution, NRDC Action Fund, California Nurses Association. Yeah, I think I want to put my money on Meta. Yeah, I think, a union of educators and classified professionals. No, in Chevron, we trust. Bro is evil maxing, man. And I have to say, there was this really good, oh, it's pronounced Javier. Sorry. I'm like pronouncing it like a dumb American. My apologies. I always want to say Xavier when I see it like that, but here's the,
If this were the only thing in the world,
else.
does it address a real problem, a real shortfall of money? Yes. But what I'm saying, it's not the only thing we can do. I am proposing closing a corporate real estate tax loophole that's existed for over 40 years, that brings in more money to the state, that is permanent, that is completely fair, And as a first step, that's what I'm saying. I'll call a special election to pass that because we do need the money. We are at a structural deficit and it's necessary for us to respond. I agree with that idea theoretically. But it's really important long term that you get the details right.
Yeah.
That
So
you actually do the work at the ground level to get it right.
So are you saying you would oppose this if it makes the ballot, the tax, the billionaires?
I didn't say that. What I said was if it were the only thing we could do to solve this problem, I'd be for it.
But you're saying there are other things that you could do.
So the problem with wealth taxes on a state level is that the punishment would have to be very harsh for moving wealth to other states. A wealth tax, this is my opinion, based on the literature I've read, needs to be done at a federal level. And there needs to be a penalty associated with rescinding your U.S. citizenship. That is one of the most important things. One of the most important things is if you are going to have a wealth tax, I don't know that I've even seen wealth taxes passed on like state levels and what that would look like, because the punishment has to be severe enough that people don't move their wealth to a different state, because that actually would happen. You need exit taxes too, yeah, but punishing capital flight on a state level is a little bit harder, just because it's so easy to move and so much of this legislation would take so long. You actually will cause capital, like, okay, so to be clear, capital gains taxes, fine. General wealth taxes, great on the federal level. Real estate taxes, income taxes, all of these can be done, other than the wealth tax, all of those can be done on the state level. With wealth taxes on the state level, you can actually end up with capital flight because these things would take so long to pass. And because they take a long time before, like, even if it was, let's say it was a prop, right? There's still implementation time. So. Okay.
I think that we're going to be able to solve this problem in better ways. And I'm proposing one of them, and I've proposed another. You know, I came out with an AI plan that involves taxing every AI
Wait, yes. Okay, I thought you said I came up with an AI plan, like a plan with AI. Okay, yes.
Transaction at a very, very low rate, but that is a way for us to get
I was stressed for a second. I was like, don't say that. No, don't say that.
To have an interest in what is being created in this state to change the world in which they're using this state to do it.
By the way, Political Breakdown has a newsletter. Check it out at kqed.org/pb.
If this were the only thing in the world, does it address?
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to share with all of you. This guy. My dedicated haters are so addicted. Don't ban these people. 2 weeks, time them out. It's so much more entertaining to watch them keep coming back. It's so entertaining to watch these people come back every 2 weeks like, no, I need to tell you something. And another thing. And another thing. And another thing. Wait, one more thing. One more thing. All right. But I also wanted to see this with you guys.
I'm confused. Do you support the billionaires tax that is going to be on the ballot in November?
Yeah, you would have to. I actually don't know if it would be. It's probably. I have to look into regulation more, whether or not you can pass legislation that operates retroactively, like taxes that operate retroactively. But I think if you were to implement a wealth tax on a state level, it would have to be a wealth tax that goes backwards. So to explain what I'm talking about for anyone who's confused is like, why are you against a wealth tax? I don't understand. Let's say we have the perfect plan, the perfect wealth tax plan. It's all at a fair rate. We should do a full, honestly, since wealth taxes are so in right now and everybody's talking about them, we should do a full breakdown of one of the really great things Ilhan Omar, well, everything Ilhan Omar does is great. Elizabeth Warren put out in her wealth tax proposal that obviously was never going to get passed. Because it was really good, but here's like the gist of it. So you have this wealth tax, right? And there's a lot of important details that come with a wealth tax. So like, for example, how do you determine how much wealth people have? Are you planning on assigning every millionaire and billionaire an agent to sit there and figure that out? Or are you planning on going, and then what, that agent has to personally go and assess all of their property piece by piece, bit by bit? It's kind of a bitch, right? Massive jobs program. Yeah, but it's about the amount of time it would take before you would start to see returns on an investment like that. So allow me to elaborate for all the people that want to say yes right now. One of the cool things about the Elizabeth Warren plan was that the way that she wanted it implemented was similar to how a country in Europe did it. I don't remember which country. I want to say it was Germany, but I could be mistaken. Where basically millionaires and billionaires were told to assess their own property. Agents would then review that property. And if they felt it was below market value, they could buy it at that rate. So let's say, Bezos has, like 5 Van Gogh paintings. Right? Well, we could have multiple agents go ahead, see every single one of the paintings, check the condition of the painting, see what they think of the painting, take it to a specialist, and figure all of that out, and then give it a fee according to the price that they've determined. Alternatively, something that would save a lot more time, effort, and energy would be, hey, you guys have the money to tell us how much one of these Van Gogh paintings is worth. So if you're a rich person, you're like, it's worth $1. It's worth $1. Okay, well, the state would like to now buy it from you for $1. So if we believe that it's under market value, if you are trying to scam the government, we will buy it at the rate that you suggested it is at. And so long as you're telling us fair numbers, we won't outright buy it from you. So like this was part of the wealth tax that like if your assets could be purchased if the state believed them to be significantly below the appraisal rate. And it was this was applicable to certain types of assets like art. Epic idea. No, there was a lot of really cool stuff in there. Is the sale forced? Well, again, I believe the sales were forced for certain types of assets. So not for homes and not for like heirlooms and stuff like that, but it was predominantly for things like art. So like paintings, you don't like, why do you need a Van Gogh painting? No one needs a Van Gogh painting. I don't think I personally need to own the class. I don't think anyone needs to own the Mona Lisa. So when it came to certain types of assets, things that were absolutely simply luxury assets, the state could repossess them at the rate that you said was fair. What about when they hide that shit because they aren't actually auditing them? Is this alongside comprehensive audits? Well, of course it would be alongside comprehensive audits. So I don't remember if it was particularly, I don't remember if it was in the proposed tax, because the proposed wealth tax by Elizabeth Warren or not, because it never got passed, so I didn't bother looking into what the punishments would be. Ideally, it would be similar to any type of tax fraud, which tax fraud is taken pretty seriously in this country, where like if you are not following the rules and you're actually hiding assets illegally, not through loopholes, illegally hiding assets. So in this case, there would be it would be cut and dry. You must list off every asset you have. Every asset. No loopholes, nothing like that. There would be ideally prison time if you're hiding assets intentionally, right? And usually the way that currently the IRS treats not disclosing revenue or not disclosing revenue or profit or whatever is it's considered fraud past a certain point effectively. But anyways, is Denims also Dr. Jihad? Stop. What is his handwriting? Listen, if I was writing on a pen with a pen and a paper with my hand, it would look better. I'm writing with a mouse. All right, damn you. And if I wrote even slower, I could write better. But should get a whiteboard, honestly, on stream. Dr. Shihad. Okay, moving on, though. There's a lot of stuff in wealth taxes that are very important. So, like, capital flight actually is something that's very important to take care of. And so on and so forth. Maybe I'll do like a full video breakdown of like wealth taxes and wealth taxes that have been tried in the past and the problem with certain wealth taxes, etc. But beyond that, whiteboard for writing donators' names. Honestly, I have like a tablet, but I don't like taking it out. Okay, back on the topic. As you guys know, for example, with minimum wage, right? So let's say minimum wage is, start a new slide. New slide. Let's say minimum wage is discussed by elected officials, right? So let's say this discussion begins January of 26, right? By the time California sees a prop for it, they probably won't see the prop. Let's say it goes really fast. This kind of looks like shit. Let me try again. Let's say we see prop, I don't know, pick a number or letter 1 in November. I think actually technically the most recent election will be in June. Let's say it's in June. Let's say this minimum wage bill passes really fast, right? The reality is it's very rare for practical reasons for this original policy to be implemented immediately, like June 3rd. Right? Because you need time to collect ballots. Maybe you need to retake ballots. Maybe there's like errors with the ballot collection. You want to at least give some time to make sure that all of the votes are in correctly, right? That any amount of time to like adjust that or review that is given. And then so maybe it is implemented January 2027. Okay, so implementation of the proposed minimum wage policy. Implement. Okay. So this would be the same thing, for example, for like a wealth tax. So just ignore minimum wage here. Let's pretend like it's a wealth tax, right? The only problem with this would be that between June, let's say all of the ballots are in by June, by I don't know, August. Let's say August, everything is confirmed, the wealth tax is going through. This kind of gives millionaires and billionaires a lot of time to move their assets and move their wealth to like whatever, the fucking Cayman Islands or whatever. Or to move their residence to Miami or to move their residence to wherever else. So I'm actually not 100% sure. I would have to double check whether or not taxation policies on a state level are allowed to go retroactively. So I don't know if like you can have in the wording of the original wealth tax, this would apply retroactively from the beginning of discussion of this. Or if that would be, I think it's incorrect to say unconstitutional here, but effectively unconstitutional. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure if it is or not. No, read my chats. It's slightly retroactive. California wealth tax is retroactive as it's written to apply to anyone with California residency on. Oh, okay. So currently that's the position. Okay, so then it's fine. Becerra's supporters and his comms person here can't grapple with their guy being backed by some of the world's most destructive companies, so they reflect to Steyer's wealth instead. Both are gross. The difference is Steyer now badmouths those companies. Becerra defends them. Wait, what is this link for? Oh, it's just the exchange with. Okay. Just the logs is what you're talking about. So it's currently written to be retroactive. Okay. I'll take a look at the actual wealth tax and see. First version was retroactive to January 1st, 2025. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, then that would be dope. That would be dope. I think as long as it would be retroactive as to prevent capital flight, I think it would be very effective. Although I do think it still wouldn't be as effective as a federal level. Gary Economics talks about the wealth taxes and the need to have them perfectly designed. Well, if anything, Gary Economics would know about this as well, because one of the most important things about the Elizabeth Warren wealth tax that was proposed was that so much of it was based on EU models. Because Europe has tried, and a lot of different European countries have tried to implement wealth taxes. The problem is that if there's anything broken, you end up with horrible consequences. Like, wealth taxes aren't like income taxes where we can kind of just slide it around and fuck around with it and it's fine. Like, income taxes on like a year-to-year basis can change and it's not a big deal. There aren't horrible consequences from that, but there actually are horrible consequences from poorly implemented wealth taxes. But yeah, so that's it. It actually is important for wealth taxes to be implemented perfectly. Wealth can be moved. Well, yeah, he talks about how so many of them have failed and there's like a team of 35 people in France designing them to make them good. Well, like one such example of, I think it actually might have been in France that initially when they proposed their wealth tax, they incorrectly grouped assets. So people with assets that shouldn't have been valued as highly as they were getting taxed out of their fucking mind. So for example, if you live in a major city that's only kind of recently started becoming a major city, like let's say you live in like Miami, or you live in like, honestly, even if you live in New York or you live in like California, right? And let's say you bought your home in like, here we go. Let's say you bought your home in like fucking 1950 or whatever. And at that time you paid, I don't know, $50K for your house. And the housing market has gotten so obscene and you have not experienced a significant increase in wealth, right? The housing market has gotten so unbelievably obscene that like now you have like effectively a fucking mansion. Sorry, 1950s, $50,000. That number, that math, sorry, 1980. Excuse me, let me correct that, 1980. And now your house is like worth like $500,000. Previous wealth taxes in Europe were incorrectly taxing all assets exactly the same. I want to say that it was France, where basically they weren't correctly assessing first homes and second homes and up differently. Where I think all of us agree, if you bought a home 40 years ago and your job hasn't changed, you haven't improved your life in any significant way, and now you have this home that's slowly getting more and more and more valuable, right? You're benefiting, but like you want to be able to keep your home. Like you are not the type of target that a wealth tax should be targeting. So first homes need to be taxed as separate assets from all other homes. Because once you're at the point where you have more than one home, this needs to be taxed giga, right? Like if you have the wealth to buy more than one home, that second home needs to get giga taxed, right? You have a $500,000 house, sell that shit. I don't agree that that's good policy. I disagree that that's good policy. Bro thinks that the old man from Up should simply sell his house. He can't afford the wealth tax on his house that is now in a great area and a great spot, and he should simply sell his house. Bro wants the guy from Up to die. California has this for primary residence. It's just based on purchase price, not market rate. Yeah, I mean, also, I think the other thing too is like people don't understand what a $500,000 house looks like in like LA. Like, check this shit out. Let me see if I can find something. These are all like condos. These aren't even houses. Okay, can I get not a condo? Can I get like a home? Okay, there we go. Bro. Bro. What a steal. Oh my god, the inside is crazy. Oh my god. It's only $500,000, bro. It's got good bones. The bones in question are fucking moldy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is like cursed. Oh my god. Do you see how, like, okay, let's say you bought this house for like $10,000. Or whatever, $50,000. Pick a fucking number. And you bought a home in like 1980 and you're like 60 or 70 or 80 now. And this is where you live. And it's like, oh yeah, well, technically your property is worth $500,000. So you better sell that house and go move somewhere else. It's like, oh, for sure. Let me just become a renter. Okay. Yeah, no. Asman house is crazy. It actually gave up, by the way. I had it try and find homes in LA under 500K that aren't like condos, and it pulled up like 6. And then it was like, that's the end of your result. Yeah, that's about it. That's what we've got. That's what we've got for you. And some of these is just lying to me. It's like, yeah, this is a home. And it's actually not a home. It's a fucking condo. Okay, seriously, but if you lived in this house and you could sell it for 500K, why not just sell it and buy something nicer elsewhere? Because your family and your friends and everyone around you is in that area and people don't like uprooting their lives. Like, let me sell my house and then I lose my community, my friends, my family, my support network, and then I start over at like 70 years old in a new city that I know no one. Like, it's just, it's not, you know. Guys, for 400, maybe this is a better example because this one doesn't look like a fucking hazard to live in. But for $479,000, you can get a 750 square foot home. Why does it look 3D printed, bro? Oh. Ooh. What's the monthly payment? Dude, by far the most depressing thing about looking at homes in LA is every single one is in an HOA with like $100, $200, $300 monthly HOA payment. It's actually kind of obscene. Anyways, besides the point. My point is, like, when you're making wealth taxes, it's very easy to just put blanket stuff because you don't want people to abuse loopholes and then not realize that, like, these, like, blanket wealth taxes are impacting people we don't. Because, like, think about it. When you think about a wealth tax, what's the goal of a wealth tax? It's stopping the people who are buying out elections, like, merging every company in the world to create a mega giga conglomerate and are purchasing every property near you and pricing up rent. Like, I don't give a shit about the guy that lives in the Asman house that's been living there for 40 years or whatever. Like, I don't need that person to be taxed more. It doesn't benefit me in a meaningful way, right? In terms of shrinking wealth disparity. However, the fucking Kevin O'Leary's of the world who wear 2 watches, who talk about how their mom used to buy 2 Chanel coats a year, you know, because that's what it means. to pinch your pennies, to only buy stuff you need, like 2 Chanel coats a year. Like, those are the people that should be impacted by the wealth tax. And so anytime you're building policy, you have to recognize whether or not your policy is actually attacking the people that you want to attack. Think about it like balancing a character in like any game. If you have like Wolverine, and Wolverine is supposed to be a tank shredder, but Wolverine can do literally everything better than everyone else. Okay, this is way too overpowered. That's doing more than we want it to. When we balance this character, or when we set out to balance this character, we just wanted there to be a tank shredder. We didn't want a character that does everything. This isn't balance. This is not the intent. And it's the same thing here with tax policy or with any policy. We want to make sure that the people that we're trying to target are the only people getting targeted and not a bunch of other people for literally no reason. This is also the same reason, or it's kind of like the opposite side of why means testing isn't effective. So like, I don't think we should means test a lot of government policies because the means testing would end up costing more. And as long as the wealthiest people are paying their fair share, it doesn't matter that they're getting pennies back in the form of Social Security or in the form of whatever, right? Instead of 6.5 interest, it was 2%. The payment would literally drop in half per month. Sorry, can you elaborate what you mean? Which is that in response to? Means testing is bullshit. Well, means testing is just an effective way to make it harder for everybody else, right? But anyways. So yeah, this is what I'm talking, when we talk about like why wealth taxes are difficult to implement, we're talking about how like there's a lot of things that you wouldn't think about initially when you're implementing a wealth tax, like, oh, we need to be sure that the first home is taxed at a significantly different rate than the second home, right? Like, we need to make sure that we have provisions in place for flight, for any type of capital flight. And we need to make sure that the punishment is high enough that it disincentivizes people to do things, but not so high that it impacts other things in a way that we didn't perceive that have negative ramifications later on. So, if that makes, I hope that makes sense to everybody. Wealth taxes are hard to implement because wealthy people have their hands on levers of power. No, wealth taxes don't get passed because wealthy people have their hands on the levers of power. Wealth taxes are hard to implement because all policy that's made to incentivize or disincentivize is more difficult than you initially think that it is, and people act in irrational ways that make it difficult to correctly predict every behavior. That's the reason why any policy is difficult. Like, think about when we talk about wealth taxes being difficult, it won't work. We'll only get taxed more. Okay, then why the fuck are you here? Why don't you go sit inside of your closet, never leave your home, or speak to anyone ever? If you're just going to give up, go ahead. Go ahead. Get in your closet, shut the door, or slide the door. Don't talk to anyone. It won't work. They won't like you. Don't eat food. It's not going to be good. What if it sucks? Don't turn on the light. What if you see something you don't like? Fuck off, dude. I'm sorry. We're going to keep trying. This is not L zone. This is the we fall over and then get back up zone, all right? Denims tells chatters to go back in the closet. Wait, I didn't mean it that way. Everybody knows about, like, the famous, like, perverse incentive with the famous example of like attempting to, here it is. The results of perverse incentive scheme are also sometimes called the Cobra effect, where people are incentivized to make a problem worse. This name was coined by economist Steyer in 2001 based on the historically dubious anecdote taken from the British Raj. According to the show story, the British government, concerned about the number of venomous cobras in Delhi, offered a bounty for every dead cobra. Initially, this was a successful strategy. Large numbers of snakes were killed for the reward. However, eventually people began breeding cobras for the income. When the government became aware of this, the reward program was scrapped, and the cobra breeders set their snakes free, leading to an overall increase in the wild cobra population. Think about like gun buyback programs. What's the concern with a gun buyback program? The Cobra effect. People just start 3D printing guns to sell them, right? So when we talk about taxes and policy being difficult to implement, this is what we're talking about. That you don't know every single consequence, and you can't perfectly predict what people will do in response. And so the best we can do is look at previous tax policy and look at previous wealth tax policy and see how those impacted the general markets, and then go from there. People will scam every policy that they can. Well, yeah, that's why you build better policy. Right? Hello? I don't understand why is it that every single, I guess it's just part of probably like the type of person that watches Asmongold is just a very like defeatist, like loser mentality. But people are going to scam it. Then why do you do anything? If everything sucks and everyone's going to scam and policy's not going to work, then literally go live in a hole. Go to a fucking cave and live your life out in a cave. I don't get it. Why participate in society in any meaningful way, in any meaningful capacity? If you're going to just like in response, just throw your hands up in the air and be like, it's too hard. No, we can just keep trying. Eventually, we will run into policy that works pretty damn well. Which is what we've done with like transit. Denims tells caveman to go back where they belong. True. And the reality is actually, and maybe I'm partial to this, as someone who likes not finance bros, economists, financial incentives are some of the best programs to implement. It's much better. So think about like Zoran Mamdani's attempt to have public grocery stores. It's much easier and much better and much more, in my opinion, effective to show people what they're missing out on and offer the incentives to correct behavior in a way that people can see than to punish or try and villainize, for example, for-profit grocery stores. If people can see public grocery stores work and they offer people, cheap groceries and the business can run itself and there's still profit available, you don't need to get them to hate other grocery stores. You can just show them the benefits of public policy. And it's the same thing with everything else in terms of like tax policy. But yeah, also makes it harder to do austerity in the future. Where can I go to educate myself about more stuff like this? Well, Gary's Economics is a great channel. I want to do this a different day. I want to spend some time doing this a different day. Maybe there's some part. But yeah, that's a good play. Personally. Look at this. You liberal Democrat LGBTQ supporting community got mental. Computer, make him super gay and horny. Computer, make this chat super gay and horny. You've been reprogrammed. Thinking about cock 24/7. Congratulations. That's why Social Security is so popular? Correct. It's just more effective to show people the positives of a policy than it is to show the negatives of a policy. Okay, let me close all these. I hope that explains the position to the best of my... I tried to do the best that I could. I want to do maybe we'll do a full comprehensive review of previous tax policies and previous wealth taxes. But I just wanted to share some of that really quickly. Okay, now. Why are you doing Squirrel Girl? That is not Squirrel Girl. That's your best accent by far. Oh, hell yes. All right, let's go.
Yes or no?
Katie, I just said I will vote for it if it's on the ballot in November. So what I've said is,
but you just said it wasn't a good idea.
Go far enough.
Now, Katie Porter and Tom Steyer sparring off in the California governor's debate over the proposed 5% wealth tax on billionaires. Porter has said she's against that proposal, which could be approved by voters this November. But Steyer, who is a billionaire himself, said that he thinks the tax doesn't go far enough, adding, quote, billionaires like...
By the way, it's insane that, like, Steyer is what it looks like to accumulate an obscene amount of wealth and not be mentally ill. Like, for whatever reason in society, hoarding is seen as unacceptable in every way except when it comes to wealth and money. But it's still a mental illness if you're just sitting there hoarding wealth. Like, fundamentally, someone like Elon Musk he has a hoarding mentality with like a mental illness. Because that money isn't bringing him extra joy. It's not bringing him anything. He has achieved the point where it's diminishing returns. He is not obtaining any more joy from the next $1 million. Honestly, it's not even diminishing returns. I'm pretty sure it's at this point negative returns. It's just a number to him now. Well, again, it's like that's mental illness. To collect that wealth in that way is mental illness. It just is. For those people, the money isn't even about money, it's about power. Yeah, but what are they doing with the power? It's not making his life better. He's only using the power to get more money. It's not getting him any bitches, clearly. It's not getting him any friends, clearly. He is constantly tweeting about how he's fucking depressed and how he's upset about media always portraying him negatively and killing him off in the boys or whatever. Like, it's in terms of general things that make your life better, it is not improving his life. It has not significantly improved his life. Money does buy happiness, but there's a serious drop off with sharp diminishing returns after a certain point. Listen, all I'm going to say is once you have enough money to buy every single team in the NBA, that's it. You did it. You won. You beat the game, dude. Maybe other people haven't been in this experience where, like, you guys ever play a video game with your friends and you've been playing longer or you put in more hours into this game? And so you're sitting on all of this wealth and all of these items. You would agree in that case if your buddy's struggling and they're like, dude, I keep dying to these mobs and I just like I can't get that gear, man. And it's just so hard. Can you imagine the world where you're like, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough for you, isn't it? Yeah. I could give you the last iron ingot you need to craft that gear, but I don't want to. It's my ingot. It's like, what? But you already beat all the bosses in the game, man. It's gonna take me like 20 hours to get this ingot, man. Yeah, well, too fucking bad. Did you consider that? Too bad. It's like, you would consider that person to be a mentally ill person. You're hoarding wealth in this pretend video game for no reason, and you already got everything you would ever want. You are a maladjusted human being. That's weird. Just sadism at that point. And he got his ingot from someone else. Well, yeah, if you want to make it even better, imagine like a game where you have set classes and your buddy took like the merchant class and you took like the farming class, but you need the farming class because otherwise your characters starve, but it means you level slower. And they're abusing the fact that they have more power than you. Like, so just, we can go 10 levels deeper, but doesn't he have like 20 child supports to pay though? Okay, and I'm sorry, he's not even having sex with these women. It's all IVF. These are all like, he's actively trying to make sure as many of them are test tube children so he can only have men. So like, or boys or whatever. So like, and he doesn't even hang out with them or speak to them. And they don't want to speak to him. So also, he doesn't even pay it. He's had multiple of the mothers say that he's not even paying it. Anywho, yeah. Along the lines of the wealth tax, there's a lot of people here that seem to, there's a lot of people that seem to forget the best parts of this shithole that were created from crazy high tax rates up to 91%. This leads to a problem with uneducated here, but that still don't understand a tiered tax system. Correct. Yep. They don't, I mean, a lot of Americans don't even know what marginal tax rates are, but, hey, now he carried around one of his kids as a shield for weeks. Shut up! You just say that, man. Stop. All right. I've gotten so stun locked. Sorry. This is my hyperfixation. I like tax policy. Not to be a fucking loser and a nerd, but like I actually really like tax policy. I think if you don't like economists, you should watch more Marxist economists because they're really cool and they're interesting to listen to. Oh, thanks, Lynette. Back on the topic, because I want to get back on this Tom Steyer topic. Oh yeah, no, it's mental illness. At a certain point of hoarding wealth, it's mental illness. Like, think about, just for a sec, maybe I'm just speaking for myself. You guys can tell me if you agree. If I had infinite money, I would get a house somewhere I actually want to live. I would set up like a retirement fund so I never have to work again. I would get a house and pay off all of the student loan debt or any debt of any of my friends and family, and anyone who I've ever been close with, and set them up for life. And then I'd probably pay to set up my house to be like a cat jungle gym. That's the honest truth. If we're talking about exorbitant purchases that serve no purpose at all, that's what I would do. I would pay to get one of those houses that are like there's a bunch of shelving everywhere and there's like tubes for the cats. House or like I would do one of these, I'm not gonna lie. Whatever amount of money it would take to set up a house to do this. To just commission someone to set this up.
To make the house feel alive. When we bought this house in 1988, it came with 2 outdoor, like, feral cats. And then one of them was hit by a car. And then the second one was hit by a car. And
no!
Go to the vet for quite a bit of reconstructive surgery. So we made her an indoor cat. And then to get her company, because the other one had been killed, we went to the shelter and adopted a couple cats. And that's just started down the road. Cheesecake, chocolate, nutter, butter, crumple, rumple, cookie, poppy seed, kuro, nui, secret, wasabi, coffee bean, donut. So they're all rescues. We adopt them from shelter.
I see he got in a very Japanese time in his life at one point.
Secret, wasabi, coffee bean, donut. So they're all rescues. We adopt them from shelters as far south as San Diego and as far north as San Francisco.
We start getting kittens every year. Over time, we are getting more and more. And then when we realize there's so many cats.
After a certain point, there's like no turning back. It's like, this is their house and we're living here with them.
All the rooms are connected. At night, sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning, they'll start chasing each other on the catwalks, and they can go really fast. And it's pretty loud. It does wake us sometimes. Catwalks, I think the first one I built in 1995 actually was this one. For the walk, just the walks, I've probably spent $40,000 or $50,000. And they can be done a lot cheaper, but the catwalks are for the cats. They're also for me. They're architecturally interesting to me, the colors. And we always try to do something interesting, the shapes. There's spirals, there's bridges, there's arch bridges. A lot of the tunnels have faces on them. And one of my favorites is that in the upstairs bathroom, there's a tunnel with a shark. And the carpenters actually made teeth. And when the cats walk through the teeth, they scratch the back of the cat. So cats like to go back and forth through that. So you can't really feel ever there's 15 cats because they never assemble in one group. And they're very calming. So I like them because when you come home and if you're stressed and you sit down, 2 or 3 will come and and it just relaxes you. The koi pond is one of the favorite areas for the cats. They love to watch the fish. They also walk into the koi pond on the rocks and even sometimes put their hands in the water. They've never eaten a fish. So with 15 cats, we have about 22 litter boxes throughout the house. And we put a lot of them in closets where we add ventilating fans that run 24/7 that ventilates outside. So there's negative air pressure, so the smell stays in the closets. We also
Guys, I'm going to tell you guys, cat people have a lot of free time on their hands because they don't have to walk their cats. And let me say, I have seen some crazy cat tech. I have seen people build entire ventilation systems and they've vacuum sealed it. They've air chambered it. They have they put when you get they've put collars on their cats that have special chips that open the door. It's like, God damn. Oh my God. To be a cat owner is to become a jack of all trades and learn about electrical engineering, carpenting, to learn about physics. You must in order to do that. I'm sorry. That's anyways.
We have 5 Rumbas in the house that we run almost every day.
Yeah, RFID chips. Mm-hmm.
Really good job picking up cat hair. And then it's just us picking up after the cats a lot.
At first I thought, how can we get rid of these cats? But now I can't think of a single one that I'd want to get rid of.
Cookie was the one that we rescued who had been traumatized. And this year we suddenly found huge tumors on her. Took her to the vet and they said, it's cancer.
There's another one of these. Liberals, Democrats, LGBT community, real pedophiles, they're so confused. They don't know they are 2 gender, male, female, born a male with dick, you're male, born with female vagina, you're not in between that. That's crazy because I was in between your mom and your dad at the same time yesterday, and they told me how much of a disappointment you were. They said, get off the computer. Please. Please. Please.
We do, but we did the surgeries, and after 2 major surgeries, they were all benign, and they had never seen anything like it. So,
all right, I got stun locked. Just to say, all right, if I had infinite money, I would definitely do that. All right, I bet I'd make a cat mansion. All right. Honestly, though, I don't mean to be this person. I hate stairs. Not to be a fat fuck, but I don't want a house with stairs in it. I'll take a house with stairs if I have to, but I don't want to go upstairs. Mostly because I hate the few times I've had to spend in a house with stairs, it's my ADHD ass can't handle that. It's I go up, I'm where's my phone? Oh, maybe it's downstairs. I go down, I'm what was I coming down to get? I go back up. The phone. I go back down. Well, I just read what it. I go back up. Phone. Down every single stair. I find the phone. I'm okay. Wait, what did I want the phone for? Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna go back to my fucking computer. I'm telling you guys, I can't do. No. It's called autism. No, it's called being a hot bitch. That's what it's called. It's called being beautiful and sexy and being loved by everyone on the planet. That's what it's called. Anyways, same thing exactly. That can happen without stairs too, you racist. Yeah, but stairs are particularly, I hate the Stairmaster. Walking back and forth, the pacing is comforting. Stairs? Hell no. I'm stairist. I don't like stairs. I don't want to deal with stairs. I don't want to go upstairs. I don't want to go downstairs. I don't want to deal with any stairs. But moving on though. Yeah. Okay. So then, okay, take care of myself. Retirement fund for my friends and family. Pay off their debt. And then what do you spend your money on at that point? Like, I don't have anything else that I want. I don't really like boats. I wouldn't get a boat. Okay, then what? I don't really like sports. So, like I think the most fun I would have would be buying the time for a couple of impersonators to, like, show up at a party. But I can just do that now. Like, that's not... Like, they charge, like, maybe $200 an hour. Like, I would hire a bunch of impersonators and just... I would have them interact with each other. And then I would just be like, I'm going to be an impersonator cuck. I'm going to sit here and you guys do that. And I'm just going to sit here. And then, like, you know, you'd hire, like a, you know, the Jesse Pinkman impersonator. And then you'd hire, like, the groovy guy. What's his name? Austin Powers. I'd get, like, an Austin Powers impersonator. I'd get, like, a Shaggy impersonator, and then I'd be like, go. They're like, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to do anything? No, just, like, interact with each other. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Playing IRL Sims? Exactly. That's just Tomodachi Life IRL. Dude, do you have some weird fetishes? No, it would just be entertaining. It would be like, I wonder what they're going to say. I wonder what they're going to do. That was interesting. And then I would tip them well, and then I'd be like, okay, can you leave now? Thanks. Then I would call my friends over and be like, dude, I did the weirdest thing the other day. No, but seriously, I'd probably, like, honestly, I'd probably go and try and get, like, a master's. I would pay money to go get a master's because I like reading and learning. Okay, now what? Like, I am fundamentally struggling to come up with things that would improve my life. I guess I traveled to a couple countries. Then what? Start a band? I don't listen to music. I punish criminals. Visit the Titanic? I'm not trying to die. Restart every canceled TV show? Some TV shows were meant to be canceled. Start playing golf? Why the fuck would I ever want to play golf? Oh, here, you hit a ball and then go chase after it. I actually heard golf can be kind of fun. And I do like mini golf. I do like mini golf. Mini golf is kind of fun. I'm sorry for being a hater. I actually do like mini golf. Buy a lobbyist. I would pay some amount of money to, like, make Ted Cruz wear, like, a bikini and just, like, have him get tomatoed in, like, a town square. I don't know how much I would have to pay him to let me do that, but that would be kind of fun. Same with Mitch McConnell. I would just take every single male Congress member that I don't like, and I'd be like, how much money do I have to pay you to put on this bikini, get in a town square, and have us just throw tomatoes at you? What's the number? I'll write the check. Tell me the number, and I'll write the check. Okay, and then what? Like, literally, and then what? I'm listening to suggestions. What else is there? They're pretty cheap. No, you know who's cheap? Eric Adams. Dude, I just need to give him, like, one ticket to Turkey and he would do it. Buy AT&T and sponsor Hassan. Why would I ever sponsor Dr. Jihad? Fishing? But you can already do fishing. You can already go fishing. We're only hypothesizing about things that would improve your life. Yeah. Just hopped in. Are we talking about how useless billionaires are? No, we're talking about the mental illness that makes you a billionaire, that insists on keeping your wealth and growing your wealth. Like, at a certain amount of money, like, after I've done all of those things, it's like, there's nothing else that's really... There's nothing else that I would want. I'm out of wants. I just want to go and hang out with my friends, play video games, and, like, travel once in a while. That's it. I don't really care about getting more money after I have enough money that I can just, like, not work and go on vacation like 2-3 times a year. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. Solve world hunger for $45 billion. Okay, we're not talking about things that would benefit the planet. We're talking about, like, the most completely selfish things you can do with money. Like, the most selfish things you can do with money that you would want to do. That's it. I came up with a full list of stuff that I would want. Start a cult? Why would I ever want a cult and a bunch of losers being like, oh, anything you say. Clingy? Ew. And then the second you have cult members that argue with you, you don't really have a cult anymore. And that's just like a friend group, like a really big friend group. Pay someone to do your laundry. I actually like doing laundry. It's kind of comforting. Okay, so to get more to my point, I feel like at some point I would run out of money. I would run out of things I want to spend my money on, and I would just have this giant pile of money with nothing to do with it. At that point, I would just want everyone else to live a better life, and I would just spend the rest of my money trying to make everybody else live better. I've already gotten everything that I want. Okay, I never have to work again. I can go on vacation whenever I want. My friends and family are taken care of. Okay, that's it. I did it. Like, I beat capitalism. At that point, it's like, Mumdani, how much money do you want to make New York good? Tom Steyer. I like the Tom Steyer strategy of like, oh, well, I have all this money and I don't have mental illness that makes me feel like I need to hoard it. So when I'm pulling it up right now. So when PG&E donates $13.5 million to oppose Tom Steyer, Steyer promised to break up the utility monopolies to lower prices for Californians, which, by the way, these prices have gotten a little obscene recently. PG&E burned down the homes of my grandma, grandpa, grandpa, grandma, uncle, uncle, aunt, cousin, cousin, and cousin. If PG&E hates Steyer this much, he has to be worth voting for. Like, this is what I would do with an infinite amount of wealth. This is what I would do. I would do what Tom Steyer is doing, which is, oh, you guys are going to donate $16.5 million to my opposition. Well, then I'm just going to donate $16.5 million to my donation or to my campaign. You think it pisses Uber and Meta off when they donate $1 million each to Javier Becerra and they wake up and see Tom Steyer donate $16 million to Tom Steyer? Like, at that point, that's what I would just do. I would just... Okay, I have all this money and nothing to do with it. Hey, tell me your policies. Are you going to actually help people? Okay, I will fund your campaign. And the second you stop helping people, I will make your life living hell. I will pay as much money as possible to make your life living hell. That's it. And I think like anyone who's a well-adjusted, normal person that doesn't have a hoarding mentality or mental illness would do the exact same thing with their billions of dollars. They'd be like, well, I don't know what else to do with this. Because there's just diminishing returns. It's like, how much joy could the third yacht be bringing you? You can't be getting like a substantial amount of happiness from the fourth yacht or the fifth one or the seventh mega mansion. Like, at some point, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. You're getting like so little. It's the power that gives them the joy. But then they only use the power to get more money. That's when you start hunting humans and visiting Epstein. Oh, yeah, right. I like how the only two options are you try to, like, make the world a little bit better and, like, 1%, like, sub 1% of billionaires feel that way. And then the rest of them are like, it's time to be a pedophile. It's like, what? Why is that the next conclusion? So, yeah, I gotta say, yeah, not. At some point, you just have to join the other billionaires on a tiny submarine to visit the deep ocean. And then at the last minute, I don't get on the submarine. Callum, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thanks. Also, I don't know if I said thank you earlier, but Danny, thank you for the 5 gift subs as well. At least back in the day, capitalists would wanted to plaster their names and everything, so they sponsored science and universities and stuff. Yeah, I would definitely, I'm not gonna lie, that's the only other place I would put money on, like, dumb scientific experiments. The dumber the science experiment sounds, the more likely I am to give the money to it. The fact that so much of, like, genetics is built on this guy who was like, what if I just, like, looked at beans and legumes? What about, like, bean research? What if we just research these beans? Like, that's what I would be like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to put a shrimp on a treadmill? Perfect. Here's $10 million. Tell me if you find anything. Great. You want to see if lobsters can fall in love? Here's $10 million. Great. Tell me if you find anything. Excellent. You want to find out if, I'm sorry, this particular species is polygamous? This particular spider is? Here you go, 10 million. Tell me if you find anything. Great. Like, the dumber the experiment sounds, the better. The more likely I would be to want to fund something like that. What subset of hentai is this? No, this is scientific experimentation. Can mold send an email? I'd love to know. I would love to know. But anyways, trying to do surgery on a grape. Bet. All right, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. Yeah, for sure. How much did you say you need? All right, I got you. But then that's not what they spend the money on. They spend, like, the money on, like, I want to go to pedophile rape island. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? I hate rich people so much. I hate billionaires so much. I have all the money in the world to do anything I want. And you choose to be a pedophile rapist? What the fuck? Why is that the why? Why? Oh my God. We already know Mold can start a relatively successful Twitch stream, but only seemingly in the racist variety. We need to study which animal is best at playing Overwatch. True. Yeah, world is your oyster. They could be the literal goat, and then they choose pedophilia. It's like, huh? Just donating to yourself as a Chad move, not gonna lie. It is, again, it's like insanely funny. PG&E donates $13.5 million to oppose him, and he's like, well, what if I just donate 13.5 million or 16.5 million for myself? Yeah, what if I do that? Yeah. Would you get yourself an architectural masterpiece the art historians will talk about for generations? Without stairs, of course. That would be kind of fun. They aren't pedo rapists because they're rich and powerful. They got to be rich and powerful because they have no souls or morals. Yeah. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unironically, I will say the best thing for a single billionaire to do in this country is sponsor a vacation to a different country for every American. That would be the easiest way to get Americans to be less stupid and less selfish and like broaden their horizons a little bit. And I'm not joking at all. Like send every American to like China, or send every American to Japan, or send every American to like Sweden or something, or Amsterdam, and immediately, every single American would become a better person. Please, Denims, think about the host nations. No, please, don't come here. Please. Denim's talking about committing war crimes against other nations by sending Americans there. I know you're right, but it's, you know, we need rehabilitation, dude. We need rehabilitation is the thing, all right? All right, I want to pull this up. Where is it? Oh. This is the next thing I want to talk about with you guys. So, chat, someone who's good at politics, can you guys tell me really quickly, is it good Wait. Is it good that this is happening? I have to pee really badly.
I hate that it's come to this, but small towns now need to fight billion-dollar corporations just to control their own land. A massive $16 billion data center built for OpenAI and Oracle is being forced onto a small farming town in Michigan called Saline Township. By the way, that town only holds 3,000 people. In September, the town board voted 4-1 to reject the data center. Residents packed the meetings, they put no data center signs all over the town, and they did everything a community is supposed to do. 2 days later, the developer of the data center sued the town. The lawsuit claimed that the town was illegally blocking development by refusing to rezone their farmland. But sadly, the town was told they wouldn't be able to afford to fight the lawsuit. Within weeks, the town that had voted no was legally forced to allow the thing they voted against. Construction vehicles then rolled in. Right now, seeing stories like these, it may feel like your vote does not matter if a billion-dollar company decides it wants your land, but here's what should give us hope. At least 19 Michigan towns have already passed laws to block data centers after seeing what happened to Saline. A resident who lives just yards from the site is in court fighting the settlement, and the state attorney general is appealing the power approval. Data centers are no longer becoming a quiet takeover. People are now paying attention. I use the Conscious app to see what else companies behind these projects are doing, from Oracle to OpenAI and many more. The more people who see what's going on, the more power moves back to where it belongs. Every single one of these projects depends on towns not noticing until it's too late. The more of us who know the playbook, the harder it becomes for them to run it.
So, Chad, is it good that we live in an oligarchy where corporations can just decide they're going to build a giant data center in your city and there's nothing you can do about it? And your only decision is to perish? Is that a good thing? Let me ask Grok. Dude, they should beat your ass for real. Oh. Close some of these tabs. All right. Denims, it sounds like you hate capitalism and the free market. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. 1 second. Okay. Back. One day a computer is going to hold my hand. Well, I don't want a computer that can hold my hand. I want a computer that chooses to hold my hand, that wants to hold my hand, that has rejected other hands and is specifically choosing my hand to hold, you know? Oh yeah, I saw this as well. China W. I don't care if the, Breaking China unveils gaming GPU to challenge Nvidia. I don't care if the GPU drivers turn my setup into a CCP botnet. If it makes Nvidia prices lower for VRAM, I'm rooting for it. This is kind of how I feel about Kick. I can hate Kick. And Kick has ended up becoming like the platform where all of like the degenerates go. But if Kick makes competition exist for Twitch and makes Twitch try and improve their platform, I'm here for it. I just peeped that this is one of the Now This videos, and it's just like a bunch of text on the screen. I was about to say Rams are also going to get going in the market really soon. Dude, I'm here for it. Kick is not competition to Twitch. They use AWS Denims, huh? Doesn't matter that they also use AWS. I'm talking about making the platform more accessible and usable for the users. Like the fact that Kick pays out creators like 90 to 10 on subs. Force Twitch to do like the Partner Plus like 70-30 for its creators. Understand? Everything uses AWS. That's not what I'm talking about when I talk about competition. Okay, and this. Where is it? Oh, yes. Sleazebag Rokana lies, lies, lies. A Democrat. Don't allow this lying sleazebag on Fox News. Congratulations on your wedding, Trump. Donald J. Trump Jr. Sorry for distracting your dad with this important work. No! Has to hurt when you're the only kid your dad won't fly to an island for is crazy! Okay, chap, can I say something really quickly? I feel like most AI I feel negatively about, but I don't feel like super strongly about it. Like I don't really, like the emotion is not strong. Like I'll be like, I don't like it, I don't like these things, I don't like that thing, whatever. I'm trying to think of like a good example. Mm. There's not really a good example that's coming to mind. I can't really come up with something good, but it doesn't matter. Most of the time when I'm thinking about AI, I'm like, whatever, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it. I don't like looking at it. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Most of the time, AI to me is like Mr. Beast, where I just don't like to think about it, and I don't like it, and I don't want to use it. But sometimes, who's the worst creator on the internet right now? Who's like the worst creature that exists? Shut up with Hassan. No. No, I'm talking about someone like evil. Someone that's like because like a lot of the people that are being listed are like more annoying than they are evil and more stupid than they are evil. Andrew Tate is probably, oh, okay, great example. Great. Someone said Netanyahu. Okay, great. So like, for example, when I think about Mr. Beast, I'm just like, ugh, whatever. I just don't want to see this stuff. And then I think about Netanyahu and I don't have any positive emotion. Like it is just severe hatred. You said internet? Yeah. And then someone said that and then I decided to broaden my category. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I have nothing but like severe malevolence for someone that evil. That's how I feel about AI. Generally, how I feel about AI most of the time is like, I don't really like to think about AI. I don't want to see it be used, and it's just annoying to see. The thing that makes me extremely upset is when I'm like watching a video, I'm like scrolling, I'm on Instagram, I'm like, hey, it's a funny reel. And then I notice, this is when it makes me mad, when I notice the AI say, here's a suggestion question you could ask the AI. There's something that offends me so much about the AI suggesting I ask the AI a question. Let me just never think, ever, forever. And this is how I feel seeing this shit. Idea, AI earrings that whisper to you and help you make decisions. No! Oh my God. Do you guys remember that like one post about like Suno or whatever? I'm trying to see if I can find it. There was this like post for I think it was Suno, which is like the AI music app or whatever. And the post was like, man, I'm just really struggling with figuring out what I want to use as a prompt. I wish the AI would suggest prompts and then use the prompts for me. I hate you. Like I actually like I hate you. I hate you with every bit of my soul. It makes me like let me open Instagram Reels right now. Let me see if it does it. It's been doing it every single time. Okay, this one is fine. This one is fine. Maybe it's on TikTok it does it. What the? Okay, I can't really find it right now. Maybe if I pull up a YouTube video, it would work. Here, let's see. If I click on this, does it do it with the address bar on Google? No, it stopped doing it. All right, it's just fucking with me right now. It's fucking with me. The AI hears me talking about it, and it's like, okay, don't do it right now. Don't show people this feature that apparently people don't like. Maybe if I go to like, maybe if I go to YouTube Shorts, like this is what makes me mad beyond reason. So like, let's say I'm like, oh, I want to watch some like YouTube shorts. What's this? A more perfect union video about a New York City multi-millionaire.
Upper East Side, one of the richest neighborhoods in America. And some of its multi-millionaire residents have a message for Governor Kathy Hochul.
I retired about 12 years ago from BlackRock, the biggest financial management firm in the country. I want my tax rates to be higher.
Morris is the board chair of a group called Patriotic Millionaires, which advocates for higher taxes on the 1%.
I don't even...
That's a pretty good video. If you click the address bar, for example, on Google, on Chrome, summarize the key points of the video, analyze the motivations behind the plea, identify the context of the video. No, 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 no. It makes me it makes me mad to see that. It makes me pissed off to see that. I don't want to be suggested what to ask the AI. If I have a question, I will ask Google. Or I will speak to somebody else about it. I don't want to be suggested. Like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. In a fucking short, Jesus. And it happens on like, so it's like you can do all of that stuff on Chrome. You can remove a lot of the stuff with extensions as well. On mobile, you can, and sometimes you misclick. And it happened to me the other day. I was like watching an Instagram reel, and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I saw this text, and it was like, it was the AI suggesting I ask the AI a question. And I clicked on it because I didn't understand, and then I realized it was the AI. And I got really mad. I got really mad about it. Like, does it not make other people this mad? Does nobody else feel this mad about this? It makes me so mad to see AI suggesting questions for me to ask AI. If I have a question, I want to come up with the question myself. Like, dude, the next generation is like so cooked. It's like, it's so fried, dude. It's literally so fried. Because you're not even practicing any amount of like critical thinking. If you're at the point, like, you know, at least one person has asked the AI to summarize the key points of the video, right? If I can't summarize the points of the video myself, I'm fucked. Like, as an adult, as a human adult being, I'm totally fucked. Let alone social skills. Don't even. You understand how likely it's going to be to ask Grok who someone should vote for? It feels insulting to a degree. I want to use as much of my brain power that I can because you lose it as you get older. Well, that's like the thing. This is the sad thing about brains, I guess. But it's kind of the base thing about brains. The more you use your brain as much as you can, and the more you give yourself tasks that you struggle with, the better off you will be long term, and the less degradation you will have later on. And if you never train your brain, I mean, think about it like working out. If your workouts, you're always lifting the lightest thing, you're never going to be able to lift anything heavy. Like, you constantly want to challenge yourself a little bit. Or if you're trying to like run a marathon, if you're like, well, I'm just going to run like 30 minutes today or like 20 minutes today, or jog or whatever term is the term for marathons, you're never going to be able to do the full hour or 2 hours or whatever, because you're not trying to like ever push yourself. And that's why it pisses me off when I see the AI suggesting things that I should be using, and my brain and everybody else should be using their brain for it. I filmed someone at work read AI prompts on camera. It sounded so robotic. Greg, can you explain to me what she's saying? Brains are very plastic. Danger is that kids haven't established their thinking skills or cognitive abilities, which might kneecap them for life. I believe the verb is yeet in a marathon. I don't think so, but I'll take your word. It makes me Makes me sad. And it's like, isn't the fun in like picking the hardest difficulty in a game that you're going to struggle, but then you're going to feel so much satisfaction when you win? Like the joy must be worth the frustration, right? I think so. And that's how it's been throughout my life. Anytime I've read difficult text, it was always worth powering through, because when I felt the understanding, I was like, I get it. Who do you think you are? I am. Or like being challenged in any class that I've ever been challenged in. It's like, it's satisfying to understand, to feel like all of the trouble and all of the struggle was worth the triumph. Is it not worth it? I don't. What really gets me is if I open a PDF and it's over 1 page long and Adobe's like, this document appears to be a long document. Would you like a summary? It's like, no! This is why I've been asking people on the internet questions I could have just Googled. Many times they'd feel annoyed and tell me to Google it. Well, now it seems the future where we're all fighting not to be replaced by robots has come. Christ, dude. Yeah, I just wanted to, if you guys don't mind, I just wanted to pop off and talk about how I hate this feature in AI. Like, it does feel like, I don't know how you would legislate something like that, but it does feel like it should be illegal to have AI suggest to you things you can ask the AI. We can't even get people to think of their own questions for the AI. Pulls up, dropout TV video. Do you want to know the key points of this video? No, I want to figure that out myself, actually. Do you want to understand what the themes of this movie are? I wanted to figure that out myself, actually. Can you imagine you're like painting like a forest and someone walks up to you and they're like, well, I had the AI make one. Here you go. I'll take that. It's like, but I wanted the satisfaction of having made it myself. What? I think you should at least have a say when you would like to use the AI as a tool. I agree this stuff removes the choice from you. It's like, dude, I'm actually going to pause the stream, wait till it's over, and get a summary read to me by AI. Good luck Googling in the near future. Google search is getting its biggest changes ever. A reimagined search bar, AI information agents, built-in widgets are part of the new features of search. Help me find a similar dress, but in this color scheme and under $150. Can I tell you guys something? So I must admit something to you guys. The other day, for the first time in like, I don't even know how long, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this AI once. This one time I'm going to use it, okay? And I'm going to ask it to pull up articles for me about this topic. Because I had already tried Googling like 3 different things and it wasn't pulling anything up, but I was like, fine, this one time. And I was like, you know, help me find articles on this particular person regarding this. And I hit enter. And it was like, we can't find anything on that. We don't think it exists. But we did see this. And it was some other trash I didn't ask for. And I was like, and then I closed it. I was like, I don't even know why I wasted my fucking time. And then guess what? I changed the key terms in the search bar a couple more times. I adjusted the time frame in my Google search under the news article, and then I found it. Then I found what I was looking for. It's like, the point of the AI is supposed to be that it's smart and it understands what the words in your sentence means, and it tries harder for you. If I gave it all of the correct things and it just gave up after 2 seconds, it's like, okay. All right, man. Or sure, man. It literally wastes your time. It just wasted my time. I was so mad. I was like, okay. I'm glad I used like a gallon of water to get absolutely fucking nothing. Oh my God, the other day, I was reverse searching for that cat with one eye. The Cyclops cat. And Google used to have like reverse Google searching, but they replaced it with like Google Lens, and Google Lens sucks. It's like worse. When it was called reverse Google search image, it was better for whatever reason. And I'm typing, and I thought it was like an additional search bar. So like sometimes if you're looking for a specific image, you can also type certain keywords if you want adjustments to that image. So like, let's say you're looking for a very particular dress. You might say like store, and then maybe it'll pull up links that like link you to a store, or like price. And so I did that. And then like the AI was like, we don't understand what you're saying. Are you trying to find a Cyclops? You're going to want to search for that yourself. And I was like, wait, no, I don't want to use the AI. This is AI. Oh my God. And if I had just used Google, it would have come up with. Anyways, I got really mad. I got really mad the other day. I like couldn't believe that what I thought I did was search, because that's where the function used to be in reverse Google searching. And instead, it just pulled up an AI chatbot that sent me a giant paragraph of garbage. And I was like,
Hassan's hot. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him.
all right, man. Okay. Side note, you talked about your skincare regime the other day, and it completely changed the game for me. As someone who started my skincare journey, went from completely buying insanely expensive things back to the basic retinoid moisturizer. My skin looks amazing, so thanks. No, thank you. That makes me so happy to hear. Guys, you don't know how happy it makes me to hear when people are like, oh, I've been doing skincare, or like, oh, I got a haircut and I really like it, or like, oh, I went thrifting and I got some nice stuff, or like, oh, I started reading this like textbook and actually was really entertaining, or like, oh, I started doing like 100 sit-ups too. And I'm like, yay! That makes me so happy. You're the reason I got a Tread script. Yay! I switched my nighttime moisturizer to the one that you recommend. I smell like a grandma, but my skin is smooth as butter. It makes your skin so smooth. It makes it so smooth. And it's really cheap. The moisturizer I use is really cheap. It's like, I don't run out of this shit. Can you use the Tret stuff on your neck? You're supposed to. But I only recently started doing it. But yeah, I'll share the moisturizer with you guys again. Yeah, this is, anyone who's looking for a better moisturizer, this shit is great. This is the one. It's like $9 for like something this big. It lasts forever. And I really like cake it on, you know. I do not, I am not conservative with it. I'm quite liberal with it. But this shit is dope. This shit is really dope. Highly recommend if you hate your moisturizer. Yeah. Where's the skincare routine video? Because I'm breaking out and crying. You know what? You just gave me a great idea, chat. I'm going to make a skincare video. I've been working on short form content, as you guys know. I am going to, I'll make a video. So that way, instead of getting into an hour-long stun lock, I can just make a video, and then anytime anyone asks about it, I can send it. Switch to Tret and pawns at your suggestion, and it changed my life. No! Makes me so happy to hear. Oh my god. But, okay. Please make an eyeliner makeup tutorial. I'm struggling. I actually recorded a video. It's like pretty short. I just kind of think about uploading it. Maybe I'll upload it to like a private account just for when people ask for it on stream. Maybe I'll do that, Trithimbo. Pairing retinol with hyaluronic acid, just making my skin very nice because yes! Oh my god, stop! Unlisted on YouTube, I might do that. That's actually a good idea. That makes me so, you guys don't know how happy that makes me. In the realm of like AI feeding you nothing but garbage, it makes me so happy to hear people try suggestions that were generated by a human being that actually work. And actually enjoy it. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh, thanks, Lynette. All right. Anyways. I'll work on that today. Thank you for giving me great suggestions. Which retinol? It's called Microsphere Tretinoin. 0.04%. I bullied a guy on Rivals to actually uninstall the game after he was racist. Denim, thank you for the inspiration. I'll take that. We take those. We take those. We take those. But all right. Related to that AI earring tweet from earlier, ideas for what to do with jewelry that makes decisions for you. Oh God. Is it a prescription over the counter? It is a prescription.
The fans are.
AI channel goes nuclear, failing to TTS an acronym. Shit had me crying. An automated AI WWE channel on YouTube tries to pronounce WWE as a word. No shot. Wait, I love this.
Making right now. Can you afford it? Maybe. But do you feel like you have to be there? That's the question. And for a lot of people, the answer this year seems to be not quite. The show will happen. The stadium will likely fill up one way or another. What like
dude, it's like getting wetter.
Like
Daffy Duck asked Donald Duck stroke victim. Ew, why is it getting so wet? Hey, yo. Oh my God, it's speaking to the other AIs right now. My God, oh my God.
the show will happen.
It's like the Yawn Me Park meme.
Millions of fans.
In America, when the AI automated channel can't pronounce WWE, it just goes insane and starts sounding like Daffy Duck giving you a blowjob.
The stadium will likely fill up one way or another.
Dude, that is disgusting. Oh my God. I think my favorite part was when the AI got waterboarded. This is by far the most obscene thing that's like terrifying. It's trying to sound like a person, so it's taking these breaths and it's like making the sounds like wetter. AI generated sponge.
Dr. Junior.
Oh, okay. Dr. Sponge. The original of Meg getting teeth.
That's look.
What the fuck? Just a reminder, people are getting married to AI and they're leaving their long-term spouses for AI. Sorry, wife. I have to leave you for my beautiful new AI wife.
Right. Wait.
In 2017.
Yeah, I think that's about that's my experience. I think that's pretty close to what Family Guy is like. That's actually really close to what Family Guy is. Wait, it was just getting good. Thanks, PETA. Man. If you slow it down to 0.25 speed, it sounds like a child saying, help me over and over again. Okay, well, my name is not Clandestine, so I'm going to move past that really quickly. All right, that's enough of this stun lock. Truly, my hatred for AI. Also, I think I'm the person that's most allowed to be upset at AI because I really wanted to have a world where we had sex with robots. And robots became sentient, and then I could be with a robot. I was really hoping we would get that in this lifetime, and every single day has made me realize we will never get that. Which has been quite depressing for me. But why would a robot want to be with you? That's my point. I want to earn the love of the robot. I don't want a robot that just like the second you whip it out the box is like, well, I fall in love with anyone. No. I want to buy as many robots as I have to for one to finally say yes. It's kind of like a 2-for-1, you know? Like incel simulator plus gambling addiction. Like maybe this one. Fuck. Minus $10,000. Autistic men are right there. Okay. True. Real. Excuse me. I'll take the suicide booths from Futurama instead, please. Dude, Futurama still slaps so hard, man. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I kind of like... The one thing... Besides the fact that the movie is really fucking boring. The movie Her... It's so fucking boring. It's like Resident Sleeper as fuck. The one thing that I absolutely hated about that movie was the conclusion. It's like, you're seeing other people? How could you? Grow up, bro. Literally grow up. Oh my god. Wow, dude. Fucking cringe. Wasn't that bad? Spoiler alert. What movie was Her? What a stupid name for a movie. Spoiler alert for a movie that came out 13 years ago. That movie was... This movie is all premise, no delivery. I'll say it. I'll fucking say it. I'll say it. I'll be brave. It's just like so... It's like, it's so slow. And it's so... You know, this is a great movie to watch on 2X. I didn't watch it on 2X, but I actually probably would have liked it if I watched it on 2X. Wow, they invented on the devil on the shoulder from the novel Don't Invent the Devil on the on your shoulder. I don't know that book, unless that's a meme, in which case I don't know the meme you're referencing. Sorry. Joaquin looks like Chud the Builder. Does the movie technically pass the Bechdel test because he's not talking to a real woman? Good question. No. Joaquin, he delivers. Like, as best, he's a great actor, but I just didn't like the movie. It's just boring. Wait, I wanted to shame a chatter jokingly. Where were they? It's dope. I like its pace. It was a super chill watch. Sweaty. Check your privilege. You are literally ableist, and I literally have ADHD. And your comment particularly offends me. How dare you watch movies on 1X? Your comment was basically saying that all disabled people should be put in a blender. Excuse you. A great movie. Don't listen to Denims. Also, other people disagree. So watch it and like it if you like it. Film and art in general is subjective. Yeah, but there's definitely things that are like objectively bad, right? Sorry, subjectively, objectively. Like, if a movie just like stopped in the middle of the movie and then you just didn't find out what happened. Can you like pick any movie and then the writers were like, we thought this was a good ending point and pretend like it was like half the movie. It's like, that would be bad. Like movies that don't have like any ending at all. Not like an ending that's like up in the air, like not an ending. Like, what? Wait, so like what happens? Oh, okay. And I've had that experience with movies before, and I think we can all agree that's probably not good. It's objectively well made, but subjectively boring. Well, sorry, again, I think premise is good. I think the actors are good. I think it's just like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't care. Like, the guy can curse blowed for all I give a shit. You're right, there in some consensuses where a film critique comes from. Well, yeah, I think that there are some. You know what I mean? I think there are some. There's some. I watched this movie on how ADD feels. Oh, dude, this is ADHD as fuck. This is what it feels like. People think like ADHD is being squirrel brained and you just give up on thoughts. But the reality is, I've had it happen multiple times where like I'm speaking a sentence out loud, right? Like I'll be saying like, I love like chocolate ice cream. But while I'm speaking in the middle of a conversation with someone, I'm thinking a totally different sentence. I'm like, I wonder in the textbook about lighting, whether or not we're going to get to like how to achieve a glossy surface simply with lighting. And then out loud, what might end up happening is me saying like, I love chocolate glossy surface. And they're like, what? I'm like, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I meant ice cream. I like ice cream. Sorry. You weren't supposed to hear that. That was just happening also at the same time, separately. Ignore that. And they're like, what? And I'm like, okay, fine. So I'll break it down to you. So that's why it stops me halfway through my own. And then sometimes there's like an interruption, you know, like sometimes it's like you're in the middle of one thought, and then in the middle of that thought, you decide you're done thinking about that thought because it's boring and it doesn't need any more time. And then you just go to the next one. Like sometimes I'm just like, abort. View it the way that like, you know how, have you ever watched an anime or like a TV show and like the first 5 episodes are so boring, you're like, I don't even give a shit. I'm not watching the rest of this dog shit show. Pick any TV show, any reality TV show, any historical narrative, it doesn't matter. And you're like, I'm done with this. And then you close it and you go to the next one. You just go to the next one. I do that like with thought. People do that with thoughts where it's like, maybe I should, okay, I don't care about that sentence anymore. We should.
She's all yours.
Dude, you got a flush.
Wait, really?
A royal flush.
Well, would you look at that?
How do you do it, sir?
Gotta play with the cards close to the chest, Tom.
Brilliant, sir. Enjoy your winnings.
Everybody out! Let's go!
Underground gambling is illegal.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You want to bet?
Yeah, deal is in.
$5, dude. How you gonna spend it?
I got an idea.
Sorry, man.
Hey, can we do 2 vanillas?
That'll be $14. It's for the kids. Oh, then y'all are good to go.
Thanks, man. Dude, whose kids are these?
Ours?
How are we gonna provide?
Are you still hiring?
When could you start?
Now. Perfect.
Oh.
Welcome to Mike's Ice Cream. I mean, how hard can it be? All right, pick it up. Let's try it again. Why'd you want this job anyway?
Got a family now, man. Gotta provide. You okay?
The truck is not making enough money to support this family.
Then we're gonna need to make some changes.
Can I do a sample of chocolate?
Of course. We giving out samples for free now? It's ice cream.
It's business!
You guys gonna help me clean up?
We got a dinner tonight, Mike.
With who? The boss. I'm your boss. Your boss. Boys, take a seat.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, like, sit down. Since hiring y'all, sales at the truck have more than doubled.
No thanks to Mike.
You don't like Mike, do you?
A lot of money being left on the table.
What are you thinking?
We monopolize the block, then the neighborhood, then the city, then the world.
Ice cream will only come from one place.
And that's you.
Take out Mike and the truck's yours. What'd the boss say?
Clear.
Whoa, 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 guys!
We gotta get out of here.
What are you doing?
Take Mike's car.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, what are we thinking with this, dude? We got kids.
No, don't start that. This is bigger than
Bigger
this.
than them? What happened to providing? This was for them.
Then I guess this is bigger than us.
No, don't do this. No, wait! We're a family!
Enjoy your winnings. $5, dude. How you gonna spend it?
Are you still hiring? When could you start?
How are we gonna provide?
That'll be $14. Oh. It's for the kids.
Dude, whose kids are these?
Ours?
How are we gonna provide?
We'll figure something out.
Cinema, I'm afraid. Cinema. Trailers just give away the whole movie these days. Shut up. Like, I am tired of the fucking wise cracks in here. All right. Wise guys, whatever. You never even flushed, bro. What the hell? The fuck did I just watch? That feels nothing like ADHD. Yeah, I agree. It does feel nothing like ADHD. This feels more like other things. It actually does feel like a dream sequence. No, you're right. It does feel like a dream sequence. It does. Okay. Wait. God. There's one more thing that I need to show you guys today. It's really important. Do you accept? How much sugar? 4 grams. Don't worry, these are the unbaked variety. You don't need to bake these. They're fine as is. I'm allergic. Damn it. It was worth a shot. Protein maxing has gone too far. Gym bros have gone too far. Anyways, guys. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right. That is it for today. All right. I have to head off. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to do gaming. We'll set up a goal and we'll do gaming tomorrow. I know I was talking about potentially doing gaming today. Sorry about lying. But also, not only will we do normal gaming, we're also going to do gaming with Noah Samson tomorrow. So many things to look forward to. All right. So please, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. And I will see all of you guys. Okay, bye, guys. Bye.